Any more wood chips in my eye? Woo! Had to turn my shirt around backwards because I like to work outside in these shirts because it's hot. But I ain't giving them no free promotion. It's a NBA shirt. They done took my likeness long enough. And man, I thought I gotta let these cool. How many of y'all like these after you've been hot as hell outside? I don't know if this ghetto or not, but I got to eat two of them after I'm hot like I am right now. So I gotta let them, get a little sauce so I can have some juice up in that thing. You gotta have some juice. Then I thought I lost my blade. I'm like, man, I'm looking all over. I said, where my blade at? I forgot it's in my little chap. You gotta protect these legs. And I was about to start crying. I thought I lost you, baby. Boo, I thought I lost you. I gotta hear this sound one more time. Yeah, you still here, baby. Yeah, I thought I lost you. Who would I be without you? Who can I? Oh. Shout out to DMX, RIP DMX. Yes. Yes. I got a few more things that I didn't see last night or yesterday. So I'm gonna open these up and then hopefully I can make it to the P.O. box today. If anybody want to meet me up there. Hopefully I will make it to the P.O. box today and get some more of that stuff. Oh, that was Ja Rule. I'm sorry. Sorry, Ja Rule. Shout out to you too, my brother. Sorry about that, Ja Rule. I don't want no smoke. Just an honest mistake. If we can have those nowadays, shoot. But still, RIP to DMX. All right, well, we got this right here. Yeah, we're going to get to the topic. I know somebody told, when are you going to get to the point? When are you going to hit the link? When are you going to let us hit the link? Hey, man, we got to have a production. We got to get into this. And sorry about my hands all dirty and stuff like that. I told you, I just came from outside. I put that little, cleansing stuff on my hand, and I got to cut my nails. So don't worry about my hands. Just look at the business card. Can y'all see this? Let me read the number to you. It says custom clothing, Carlos Sherlock. This number is 504-845-6431. That is my telemarketer voice. Press 1. 504-645-6431. Oh, my super chat's back on. Boy, I know somebody's finna be mad now. Press 1. I thought I couldn't get no super chat. Press 1. I thought because of you, they should listen to you. I can't get a, what is that right there, boy? Press 1. You welcome. Oh, you welcome. Yes. I'm gonna show yours twice. Hold up. Press 1. You ain't got no beautiful women thanking you, do you, boy? Do you? Let me see them. Yeah, they thanking me. Ooh, I got some beautiful young ladies thanking me. Hey. Yeah. You definitely got to move. You got to move wherever the money is. That's your job to protect your family. If your neighborhood not safe, you got to think about the kids. You got to get the hell home. Shout out to 2 minutes. You got to get the hell home. Not soft and smooth like our son. Well, never mind. Let me leave that alone. Shut up, boy. Shut up. You almost got in trouble. Shut up, boy. Shut up. You almost started something, Bless 365. But thank you, girl. I should have got the other knife. I got the knife with the ridges on it. It ain't going to cut clean. It's going to cut real rigid. What's up, Johnny Lee? Johnny Lee from my hometown. He live out in Cali right now. What's going on with you, homie? Johnny Lee. Thank you there. Thank you there. Oh, that's nice. I think this is a pair of shoes. Okay. Here goes some shoes for the shoe drive. Man, well, look here. It's hard work getting a hold of over 6,000 shoes with no Nike rep or Adidas rep or Reebok rep. But I did talk to a Nike rep that Cube hooked me up with. So we're going to see what we can do. So Nike is in the game. So let me not say that. Nike is still in the game for right now. Yes, Nike is definitely still in the game. So hopefully Nike can send me a whole boatload of shoes before it's over with. If not, I'm just going to have to keep buying and trying. But we're going to keep on keeping them. And we got the kids getting the haircuts. I got 2 barbers. I think I had 1 or 2. We got barbers that's going to give haircuts out for the free both days. We got a bunch of food for the free both days. And I'm going to try to win that softball game. I'm letting you know that now. I might put a little wager on it because I'm trying to win. I'm coming out there to win. I'm tell you that now. I'm getting all these ladies on my team, and we going to win. Yeah. We ain't coming to play. I might get little trophies. And we ain't getting no participation trophies. So if you lose, you lost. Uh-oh. Somebody sent me a bunch of posters. Okay. There's a bunch of pictures of it look like legendary fellas. I don't want to mess these up. Uh-oh, this might get me demonetized because he got a firearm in his hand. I better not show that one. Yeah, let me look through these pictures and stuff for people get me to show this stuff and get me jammed up. Let me do some research on who I'm looking at. Yeah, I knew who that brother was. Yeah, I knew that was Fred Hampton, but a couple of them other jokers, they wasn't black, and I don't know who they are, so we got to make sure I do my little research. Thank you, Candy. Oh yeah, somebody gave me a little $100 bill with a little. I guess the person I opened last, he gave me a $100 bill with a little spy on there. Yeah, let me see if that worked at the Cap and Jack, so he could take it to the strip club. Well, this plastic ain't playing. Oh, there you go. You got to find the groove. Press 1. Appreciate that. Let me go back and get these ones I missed. Gullah Geechee way, that's what I'm talking about. They better go read up and do their history on them Geechees. They wanted y'all to think we all just supposed to go along to get along. Geechees, we quiet, but we don't, when we feel like it, we don't go along to get along. So they don't want y'all to know that y'all don't have to go along to get along either. You just got to be useful in a room. Start off with peace first. You got to be peaceful. You got too many characters out here in these streets now. Press one. We got a character. Nigga that'll run way back here. Yeah, man, fuck him. Fuck that nigga. I don't even like him get his ass told today. Nigga, I won't even look at that shit. How you gonna get me told, bro? Niggas is crazy, man. Nigga gonna get a stroke yelling that damn loud. Bring your dumb ass up to the camera. Sit your punk ass down and talk. This dude's crazy, man. Hold on, let me do something. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Can y'all see this?
Hey, yo, bring the fire all summer long with the Big Three and your homeboy Ice Cube. Starting July 10th on CBS, Thriller, and Fight TV. That's right, every Saturday. Bring the fire with the Big Three, baby. Yay, yay.
Yeah, yay. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Snap by the drop. Turn the TV off. But you know what? You know what? Let me do something real quick. Oh, self-talk. You done did another damn video. Lord have mercy. Because I got to play my boy Carcino video. Carcino had a dude on there. It was funny. We're going to have some fun today before I go back outside. But I can't get this damn song out my damn head. Where's this fucking song at? I got to find this damn song again. I cannot. I went to sleep thinking about this damn song. Self-talk, you wrong, man. But y'all go follow self-talk. Y'all go follow Carcino. But you dead ass wrong, man, because now I can't get this damn song out my head. Appreciate that. Man, oh yeah, I gotta put my cash app. I gotta pin my cash app again. Let me do that real quick. Hold on, because my boy Ticket TV told me to do that, taught me how to do that. And you know, they don't be wanting me to get no, let me go to my video. And I'm gonna pin the link too when I drop the link. Yeah, I'm learning how to pin and stuff, you know. My boy hooked me up. Hold on. All right. There we go. It is pinned. Let's talk about the face of equality real quick. I can't get this song out my head about the face of equality. So since I can't get it out my head, I just gotta listen to it one more time. I gotta hear it one more time, I'm sorry.
Captain Jack. Even Jackson out there, boy. 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 Captain Jack. Rachel. You got your dog, get bull face. Even Jackson out there, boy. Captain Jack. Even Jackson out there, boy. Captain Jack. Daddy, you boy. Daddy, you boy. Daddy, you boy. Daddy. Woo! Captain Jack. Captain Jack. Woo! Even Jackson out there, boy. Captain Jack. Even Jackson out there, boy. Captain Jack. Even Jackson out there, boy. Captain Jack. Jackson out there, boy. Captain Jack. Steven Jackson out there, boy. Captain Jack. Steven Jackson out there, boy. Captain Jack.
That was the first time I seen that part.
Steven Jackson out there. Steven Jackson out there. I'm gonna slow it down for the Texas nigga.
Went down the wrong pipe.
Boy, you went off cold. Don't you ever say shit, boy, unless you get the fucking script from me, boy. And then you put them Negroes in their place. Now go get them, boy. Get him. Go get him. You let them know what they do, boy. Get him. Go get him. Get him.
Oh man, that is hilarious. Captain Jack. Woo, woo. Boy, look at here. That's gonna be all across the nation on every phone. Somebody said that's their ringtone. Yes. I'm gonna be bumping that in the whip. Can't wait to run into you so well, boy. I'm gonna play that song, Captain Jack. I'm gonna get out the car dancing on your motherfucking ass. Yeah, you know I am too. Anytime I see you. Yeah, but my boy Carl said, hold on, self-talk, what this is right here you got up here, Captain Jack? I asked you to put something up. Don't tell me you did it already. I asked you to put something up. Let me see. Because Mr. Jackson, Captain Jack, went on the Breakfast Club, said he ain't never been a thug a day in his life. Said, he just since the fight in the palace, it messed up his image. And, when he got the rumbling with them 5-6 white boys, he was hurt because he lost $3 million and, and he down the ride for his teammate. But then you see him in the interview a couple other times. He talking about how he had to hide allegedly 9 or 6 kilos or some shit he had to go hide or walk out with. And he was a real nigga. He's a blood. He made up Trill. He got the song say, we from Texas. We the Trill. We the Trill. So I don't understand what this nigga's a double talking motherfucker, boy. So let's see if self-talk found. Yeah, man, this man don't know what he want to be. This man got characters he made up.
Yeah, I was kind of overwhelmed. You know what I mean? I'd never been out here. Like the Spanish women drove me crazy. I've never seen that many beautiful women in one spot that they really didn't have much. You know what I mean? So I was out of giving all my money to them. Have much.
So I'm right about you, Captain Jack. So because they beautiful, you didn't think to go say, hey, how you doing? I'm Captain Jack. Steven Jackson. How, can we have a drink? Can we sit down and talk? Can I take you on a date? You know what I'm saying? You don't think to say nothing. You don't think to walk up and say, it's your lucky day today, baby, or something. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you gotta say. Why the first thing you chose to do was open up your goddamn wallet, boy? You ain't confident at all, boy. Nigga said what kind of man said he overwhelmed? You was overwhelmed and you a leader? You wasn't even no leader back then. This was just talking to a woman. This just supposed to be regular. This is just like breathing. Just, hey, how you doing? If she don't like you, you keep it moving. Shout out to North Philly. But if she don't like you, you keep it moving. This nigga said, I was overwhelmed. What, you was scared to talk? How you a rapper with stage fright from a female? This is what you've been doing your whole career, just. Old boy been taping his wallet to his mouth. You just been taping cash and walking in the strip club. Just, how much? Boy, you got them. That's why I ain't have a lot of friends in the NBA. See, this the type of shit y'all wanted me to hang with. Remember I told y'all, I used to think these niggas were cool. I told them when I first met them, hey, man, you got in a fight in the stand, nigga, you supposed to be cool. Just like everybody know you for fighting in the stand. I used to think you was real, just like everybody else. But after I started seeing that CB4 behavior and that you got to pay for everything, including air damn near, I said, no, me and him ain't the same type of nigga. So that was the end of me trying to hang with you, buddy. And you up here admitting it. You go on the Breakfast Club talking about you was overwhelmed by talking to a woman. And you a leader now. Cap and Jack. This sad. And now he's making a documentary about fighting in the stand. But he don't want to talk about it.
I was in Washington Heights, so I was in the Bronx, they wasn't rich, what I mean?
How many Michael Kors bags did you buy?
Man, I was buying everything. Averex, it was Averex. I was buying Averex jackets, and stuff like that. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. Man, and I went to Jimmy's every day.
God damn.
Every day. And I almost got married every day I went there. You know what I'm saying? That's no gas.
Well, you can tell when you an ugly nigga. Everybody you meet, you wanted to marry him? He don't got nothing to do with coding. Come back when I'm coding right now. Right now, I'm cooking. This is the mama's cooking part of the show, okay? I haven't even dropped the link yet. But anywho, this is amazing. I told you I'm going to use these motherfuckers as comic relief anytime I feel like it. They said we were joking, and ain't nobody said we were done joking yet. So anywho, this bull-nosed motherfucker right here said he was overwhelmed and he almost got married every day. And he's the face of equality. Press one. Boy, all the niggas that talk about me, Lord have mercy. This is sad. This is sad. Thank you. This is sad. No wonder you talk about so many men, boy. You trying to hide this shit. You so dumb, you can't even hide your stupid shit. Look at it. Carcino, make a video telling him what to do and let's see if he do it. Because you in his head.
Back then?
Yeah.
Nah, because I think I get it was enough to go around. I was young, and I was young. I had enough to go around.
You can't go every day and talk to different women, and then they see each other, and then they.
Yeah, I remember going to Sue's Rendezvous, and the first time I met China, I fell in love with her. Yeah, back in the day, China was a bomb. Yeah, and I fell in love with her. You know what I'm saying? Then about 6 months later, I went to another strip club and fell in love with another chick. So that's what it was back then. And like I said, coming from the country to out here, it's a whole different world.
That's saying a lot.
I'm in love with a stripper. She rockin', she rollin'. Nigga, a trick bag.
Jack, the new hit song? Wait a minute. Thank you. What hit song by Self Talk? Hold up. I know Self Talk didn't do no.
Not Captain Jack again.
And I missed it. My bad, Self Talk. Let me see this song. World premiere. Ba, 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 ba.
If I hear this song one more time, I'm gonna be overwhelmed. Like Jack.
Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Ticket TV. Shout out to Ticket TV. Ticket TV told me.
I already did that. Hold on, let me fast forward.
Go to my video. Shout out.
No, I ain't gonna make y'all wait through the whole thing. Cause I know y'all want to get the coding.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I ain't gonna make y'all wait through that whole thing. Cause we got one more thing before we get the coding. Shout out to my boy Carcino. We ain't through with you yet, Captain Jack. Because I think this is right here is right on topic of what we talking about. The brother Carcino had up there speaking. I don't know this brother, but seemed like a very serious dude about his business and on his purpose. So I think the people are starting to wake up. The serious people are starting to wake up. And some of the elders and some of the younger elders are starting to speak and see the difference between what could actually help and what is not helping. So And I know a lot of people may not understand it or get the message, but I think this brother is going to explain it, you know, maybe better than I do sometimes because I curse and some people can't get with that. He's really not cursing like that. So hopefully you guys can hear this kind of the same message, but in a different manner so you can swallow it, because it's about calling out and calling light to the BS so we can get back to the real. So we're not characters. So we're not real niggas and really real niggas, and we're not bees and hoes. We just regular men and women. Message.
Word to Big Bird, what's up?
What up?
This is my homeboy Doc Holiday. Let's go, baby.
Shout out to Doc Holiday.
Yeah, you go out there, man, you get food out, bro. Who the hell gets food out and say, I'm helping the people, and you got a whole damn TV production crew following you? Man, that's genuine, though.
Captain Jack.
It ain't just me.
Or me.
No, them people out here ain't blind. They not falling for it no more, Captain Jack. Dog, everybody's spending money buying all these followers and paying and promoting to get traffic on their Instagram. You think I'm gonna do that? You think I'm gonna waste money doing that? I'm gonna be putting that money to something useful. I said a key word there, Jack. Useful. Now that that's been said and addressed, let's listen to Doc Holiday.
For his glory, or doing it to please him. You was doing it for your own glory. Shalom, Israel. I hope everyone is having a good day. I hope everyone had a great week. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I got a question, man, because constantly looking at these Steven Jackson videos, and I'm going to admit, I don't follow dude at all, but I do watch Kwame Brown, and because of him, I do watch the guy Carcino.
Yeah.
Watching the video, he talking about the worst thing for a professional black man or a black man, period, is a bitter black woman. And I want to ask a question, because this dude, I only hear him talk about black people. I only hear him talk about his skin folk. But we know all skin folk is not kin folk.
I hate to say it and I hate to pause you, but I told y'all they get paid to do that. He could have just said a blanket statement like, you know, the worst thing for some men is a bitter woman, period. Because some men can resonate with that, but it's not specific towards one group of women. And, you know, but they get paid to talk about black folks in specific. You know, you got to say black. You notice how he jumped to the defense of Rachel after he tried to be black for like a half a day, for 20 minutes. And then he said, no, it was a desperation job. He was just, you know, sympathy job. You know, they get paid to talk like that.
I only hear him criticize and talk about us. Only.
Mm-hmm.
Period. We say something, he goes up. Another race says something, he doesn't say a word.
Oh, he said a word.
They the best.
He capped for them.
Yep.
His own little show. But what the dude said, I think he said he has 5 baby mamas. I think that's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
5 kids by different women. And the worst thing for a black man, a professional, wealthy black man, is a bitter black woman. For dude to make a comment like that, man, it's inappropriate and it's disrespectful. And I ain't gonna say what needs to happen to him, but because what happens is that, bro, I played football. I played college football. I played NFL football. I played CFL football. A lot of times, our women are not bitter, but we lie to them, we cheat on them, we disrespect them, we do all these things, and expect them just to take it.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we make them bitter about how we treat them.
That's right.
Because we don't treat them as the queens that they are.
That is true.
Because when you play professional sports, women are thrown at you all the time. And you have one that's been down with you. Or you meet one that's down with you, that truly loves you for you and not for who you are and what you're doing, and we mistreat them. Because black women are the most loving and loyal people on the face of the earth.
Press one.
We're the ones 9 times out of 10.
And hit the like button.
Create those situations. So, bro, if you got all those different baby mamas, Negro, don't you think all of them know probably you was dealing with a couple of them at the same time? And other women that probably wasn't even trying to hide it? Most of the time, we make them bitter, dude. And I have no idea why any of us still follow you, dude. There's nothing real about you or what you're doing, man.
Nothing.
You mislead us, dog. And it's not authentic, man. I'm tired of them trying to give us our leaders, and they put suckers like you out in front and give you a platform, and now you think you big, man, because they giving you a platform. And all you do is dog us, man. That's all you do. Is talk about black people. And I hate the term black because I am black. My skin is brown, my hair is black. Black is a state, black is a classification. Just like African American is a label. I'm not an African American either, but for the sake of conversation, I'm going to say that. Because as I say, the term African American didn't come around until the 1980s. My birth certificate did not have African American, or they said black. And black is not a country. I don't know what a damn country black is. I don't even know what a continent black is. But that's a label that we're given, so I don't call myself that, but for the sake of conversation, I'm going to say that. I have no idea why any of us still listening to you, dude, at all. Then you say you converted to the Muslim religion, and if you did, won't you follow some of them principles, man, they teach? Won't you do that? Because I'm pretty sure that Chanel doesn't make a throw. They don't. But you're gonna say you had a throw on and it was with Chanel on it. Chanel don't make no throws, man. It's a dress. You a dress.
I swear to God, I did not pay that man to say that, Jack.
Oh, shit.
Don't hold that against me. I did not pay that man to say that. Did not pay that gentleman to say that you was out there to dress. Nope. But we do want to know, why is a so-called Muslim wearing Chanel on a throat and calling themselves Muslim and claiming Allah? We do want to know that.
They wear Chanel dresses.
The Muslim is standing next to you and watching you in that and smiling and hugging you and being brotherly. Why you ain't saying nothing about that? Because the Muslims that were by me, they wasn't rocking with that, Jack. They wasn't rocking with that.
Hold on, I got to pause this. This young man or young woman, wise man, 80, 99, young man. The reason why trades are out of schools because the trades are in jail and you get 15 cents an hour doing electrical work around the prison. 15 cents an hour. Now, that should tell you why they don't want your black boys to have skills and trades, because majority of the kids that are in jail they look like us. So that's why they're not going to teach them nothing on the street. They'll teach them in jail and give them 15 cents an hour. So you mean to tell me you won't work in the street for $8, $9, $10 an hour? That ain't enough. But you go to jail and you'll work for 15 cents? Wow. Press one. Man, ladies, let me talk to y'all ladies. Now, y'all have sons, ladies. And the United States of America has never listened to anybody more than they've listened to you black women right now. Ladies, us men ain't got no power right now. We ain't shit. I'm just gonna be honest with you. We don't have no groups. We ain't together. They kick us in the ass every time we form together, or we'll fight each other. So ladies, come here, ladies. Please come here. I ain't telling you what to do, ladies. I know y'all stronger than a motherfucker. But ladies, if y'all love these kids, y'all gonna have to save these babies. Hit the like button, ladies. We need to share this one. This one we need to share. You ladies have the power to tell these groups that you're not gonna get our vote until you put trades and coding into our coding all the way down to elementary. Trades starting at middle all the way through high school. Ladies, you should stand on that the next election. Don't let them trick you. Don't let them get you upset about nothing else other than your boys are working for 15 cents an hour behind these prison walls. And I believe, this is just my belief, ladies. I believe that if they learned how to do those things on the streets by the time they're 18 and they're feeling all that testosterone and they feeling independent and they don't want to hear you tell them what to do. So they don't want to hear no boss tell them what to do. So they're probably just thinking, ladies, your son, that's that renegade that don't want to listen to nobody. If he has his trading license and his coding and all this stuff that he wants to do independently, he can become an outside contractor. He can put his name on the internet, start his little LLC, and he can go be on TripAdvisor, or he can be on Home, whatever, where you can Google him to come to your house and do redo your stucco or something like that. But he his own man. I know they push education to you, ladies, because I think that might be how it got flipped around from trades to all this smart shit. Because men, we already knew it ain't about what the fuck you can say so smart. It's about what you can do. And men, we just don't have no power right now. So men, we have to admit that. You have to be alpha enough. If you call yourself an alpha, you got to know when to say when. We don't have no motherfucking power right now, men. Ladies, we got to make a deal. We got to get these boys some trades and some skills, or we're going to lose our generation. You ladies have the power to do it, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now. If all of you stand up and band together, because everything they point y'all at, y'all kill it. This time we need y'all to build, not kill nothing. Don't stop nothing. We need you to build this time. We need you ladies to say, we tired of our sons going to prison. We tired of our sons have to become rappers that talk about killing Negroes, which is getting people snot, bop, rock, which is getting bodies laid out in the street that are black, which is getting the police all in our neighborhoods who are shooting black. We can stop a lot of things, ladies, if we get these young men that are out here. These are our young soldiers now. Instead of them out here shooting at each other, we need them working so they can build families. All they want to do is have something of their own. These young boys ain't trying to work for nobody else. And the way they've been raised up, they think they deserve it anyway. You know, they don't have that old man mindset. They're going to get it one way or the other. So it's high time we start giving these boys some options. Because if we don't give them the options, the government is going to sit back and smile because they know where they're going to go. That's why I'm getting so much heat now. Thank you, young man who said that in the super chat. Now I see why I'm getting so much heat for just saying coding and trades. It ain't the people, it's the prison to pipeline. That is a lot of money that is going to be disrupted if these young boys stop going to prison and stop shooting at each other. It's going to be a lot of money messed up for a lot of people. Now, we can talk all this Wakanda and get fake movie ideals if you want to, but we really need to get these boys some skills so they're not used by rappers to be their bodyguards to go to prison for them. So they're not used by this industry, this machine, this beast that all these men seem to want to talk about on the internet, but they don't want to get to the root of the problem. I put a picture on my Instagram today. I like to get to the root of the problem. And the root of this problem is that, one, We're dropping these kids off in the worst conditions, in the worst neighborhoods, and they don't have skills. By the time I was 13, 14, if I didn't have money, I was going to do something else to get it. But I needed money. We got to bring jobs back to the community for teenagers. They will put those guns down. What kept me out of the mix is because I was working. Some guys, it ain't going to be 100%. Some people going to say, well, that ain't enough for me. And they going to act like the biggest illa gorilla, and then they going to go work for 15 cents, as we just found out. But the ones that don't want to have to face that reality, we got a large sector of males that's being forced into the criminal lifestyle because these boys going to try to help mama. And if it's a quick buck with selling some marijuana or selling something else, they're going to do it. On down to selling women. All of this stuff is happening because of the lack of skills, the lack of knowledge, and the lack of access to wealth. And some people don't want you to just give it to them. Some people want to work for it. So I hope you mothers get together, and when y'all go back to church on Sunday, start talking about trades and coding in school, in church. When you have y'all little women tea meetings and all this other stuff, or whatever you're doing, hell, when you're on the way to the club in the car with your homegirl, turn on the radio and say, bitch, put some trading and coding in these schools, girl. We're going to vote for that when the next voting cycle. I just want to let you know, and then turn that goddamn music back up and hit your cigar, cigarette, blunt, whatever you got. But we got to get these boys some trades. We cannot talk about how unmanly men are if we're not going to put men to work. And it starts when they're young. It starts when they're young. We won't have to worry about wages and all this shit because the jobs that these guys will go into, they automatically make over $15 an hour. They can set their own price as outside contractors. Once you get a skill, you can move to where the work is. That piece of paper go with you. That skill set go with you. It ain't just a piece of paper. You got to go get certified in the other state, but that skill go with you. Remember that, ladies. Don't let them talk you out of this shit no more. Talking about, oh, that's the blue collar jobs are gone and we're bullshit. When that pandemic hit, they let out the house with blue collar motherfuckers. What they told you? All the rest of you lawyers, scholars, if you ain't an essential worker, you're locked in the goddamn house. You teachers was locked in, everybody was locked in. So we got to get back to skills. We couldn't even get toilet tissue to the damn house. Still think I'm crazy?
But to answer your question, Doc, I'm going to tell you why Captain Jack is always putting down the brothers, but not the others. Because, see, the others is who paying them. Now, if the brothers are paying them, he'll do it. But he is real hard on them black women, though, ain't he? But there's a reason for that. Ain't that right? There's a reason, Doc. And you know what that reason is? That's why.
Ooh.
That's why, Doc. He got his Mexicano. Now, you mean to tell me that Mexicano ain't cooking no pork? That's what they do, baby. Pork cartinas, and them tacos. Yeah, you know you tearing that pork up, boy. Stop lying. Dog, just because you dating a Mexicano and screaming black power, don't mean you gotta hide her from the world. You ain't gotta hide her. Don't hide her, Jack. Be proud of your Mexicano. See? That's Mrs. Jack. Look, he proud. So now, all black women are bitter.
So he did say he was never gonna date a black woman. I guess he meant that shit. That's the face of equality that'll never date another black woman. This boy, a never talking motherfucker. On the face of equality, you'll never see me with another black woman.
The better ones, right? You want to put them down unless they're a black celebrity playing a sport. If not, you don't want nothing to do with it. Right? I mean, according to you, Jack, that's all I'm saying. But my thing is, you ain't got to put a sister down because you want to date a Mexicano. If you want to be a Muslim with a Mexicano, dog, be a Muslim with a Mexicano. Nobody's saying that. The sisters ain't did nothing to you that you didn't do to them. You were just using them anyway. You weren't truthful to none of them. So if you want to go to Mexico, go to Oaxaca or Michoacan, then go to Oaxaca and Michoacan. Nobody here gonna complain. Do your thing, man. The hard ones with the hard ones. But you ain't gotta fake the bump. You ain't gotta hide them. You hide them for. Look at him, fronting like LeBron, right? Like he reading the Quran. Why are you on the first page, dog? Come on. Come on, man. This isn't what the Muslims do, man.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
This
shit.
is what the self-righteous brothers do. It's all about them. It's not about the praise of Allah. You're promoting you, Jack. You're not promoting Allah.
Captain Jack.
He didn't ask for your promotion. The Most High, the Creator. He goes by many names, but he is only one. And he didn't ask for this, Jack. Not at all. You know, fronting.
That's a woman saying that. Shout out to you, Chelsea.
This is propaganda. You know what I'm saying? It's not genuine. This is why people are starting to turn around and look at you in a weird way. And be like, man, what's going on with Jack, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you doing too much. You know, you out here corporate now. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. But this is why I die. We believe me, people wanted to roll with you, dog. You know what I'm saying? People want to get behind you and support you. Like, man, we wanted to get behind Jack, but we can't get behind this. We can't get jiggy with this. This is blatant. You ain't even doing it subtly. You are blatantly misleading people. Blatantly. And it's so disrespectful. Some of the things that you're doing, I don't even think he knew. I'm like, did somebody tell this dude? Like, dude, there's some Muslims out here that really want to put hands on you. Because they said you are way in violation, and they want to put hands on the people that went there and gave you a name. And they said these people did it all because he got some celebrity. He played basketball in the league, they just moved him along. No way, this guy's supposed to be violated. He has violated his haram many times. Just on IG. And they've been watching it, and they are pissed that you keep claiming Islam. They want you to stop saying that you are Muslim. I'm serious. I'm quite sure you got the DMs, Jack. Because these brothers are serious. They take this is their livelihood. It ain't a religion or a fad for them. They ain't doing it to try to get a new look, to change an image. This is a lifestyle for them. They live for this. And you're disrespecting them. Again, flashing your watches and your cars. Not what Muslims do, Jack. It's not what Muslims do. Huh? This is not what Muslims do.
Boy, if I ain't described this boy to a T, all you do is dress up and stand in front of pretty cars with pretty shoes on. That's what I just said about you, boy. And look what you're doing. This is sad how much I know you.
Vanity.
Ego. You're supposed to give that up, brother, before you even took a name. You understand that?
Right. And to wear this was completely disgraceful. And they was like, Chanel don't make those, dog. They was like, that's not a throw. No way, shape, or form is that a throw.
Just say you wore a dress. You ain't gonna be the first brother to wear a dress. You ain't gonna be the first person to wear a man to wear a dress. Just say you wore a dress, because that's what it was. Wasn't no throw with Chanel on it. You trying to hide your connection to whatever them organizations are that require people to wear those.
Mm-hmm.
Be proud for who you're a part of, man. But it's frustrating constantly to see dudes like you and people like you misleading us and dogging us, dog. We got enough going on. Yes, as a race of people, as a group of people, dog, we messed up. We are messed up. We're confused. We're lost. We're angry. We're misled. We're mistaken. Our history has been taken away from us. Our inheritance has been taken and given to other people. Our heritage is gone. People have taken crafty counsel to cut us off from being people. So they give us labels, different labels. Our identity is the only one that changes all the time. We become bywords. Oh, that's right. The Most High said we would become a byword, which we are. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. I really want to curse you out, but people be like, oh, he's a priest. Why are you cursing? Not understanding and realizing that the real Levitical priests, they do way more than curse. They curse. They smacked you. Nehemiah told people, come around here on the Sabbath, and I will lay hands on you. That's in the Bible. We talk like that still to this day. I'll lay hands on you. Job said, I break the jaws of the wicked. So if I curse, it might throw people off because religion teaches the preachers shouldn't curse, even though they curse anyway. But not knowing cursing as far as the Bible is concerned is cursing. Putting something bad on someone. Because this language we speak, this English is all garbled up. We can't say what cursing is. We just assign meanings to words. And we accept it. But I don't think cursing will even help you, man. But you got to understand, there's going to come a point where they're going to realize that you're no longer useful. You no longer have any influence over the black people. And you're going to be cut off. Then you're going to try to come back like Stacey Dash, huh? Once again, Chanel doesn't make.
I'm about to drop the link.
They don't. I don't wear Chanel, but I'm sure they don't. And even when Kwame Browns, recently after he was getting on your ass, you posted that picture like he was unbothered. And you made it the point to have that Larry Bird number 33 jersey over your shoulder. I knew what you were doing. Because you're probably a Mason, and we know that's a Masonic number 33, so you was letting that be seen.
Yeah.
I'm not one. But I know what it is. That's what you need to say. That's what you are, dog.
Oh, he a part-time Mason too.
Cats like you who try to hide, man. Wolf's in sheep clothing. You're not even in sheep clothing. You're in Chanel clothing.
Yeah.
I hope it stops.
Get him, Doc.
And our problem is just because you play in NFL and NBA basketball, a lot of us think
Dang, I had the thing closed.
put those people on the pedestal.
Yep.
Not knowing that your hard work, man, got you there, but the Most High blessed each and every last one of y'all with that ability and that height and the ability to do what you all do. So he should get all the praise.
Exactly.
Everybody is not made to play NFL and NBA and Major League Baseball and WNBA and gymnastics and all that stuff, man. But all of us are equally important because the Most High has a job and a position for everyone. And I can tell you this, most of us, black people that play professional sports, it ends up being a curse.
Because
Yep.
they don't teach us financial literacy. They don't teach us nothing about credit scores. They don't teach us nothing about real estate. They don't teach us nothing about anything. They don't teach us anything about taxes. And the minute one of us get drafted, they place people around us to immediately start taking our money.
Mm-hmm.
The agent gonna get his cut. Then you probably gonna want to have a marketing agent. They're gonna get their cut. Then you probably gonna want to have a publicist. They're gonna get their cut. You probably gonna have a social media manager. Now they're gonna get their cut. Then the agent probably gonna say, I got a real estate guy, man. I'm gonna put you on to a real estate woman. They're gonna get their cut, and the agent gonna get a cut off of that. Then you got a financial planner. Oh, they're gonna get their cut. Then you got an accountant. Oh, they're gonna get their cut. Oh, then you need a lawyer on retainer, so they're gonna get their cut.
I don't want to be president.
Oh, then you go buy this overpriced jewelry, $100,000 chain, which really cost them about $2,000 or $3,000. But they sell it to you, and a lot of times put fake diamonds in it. And y'all don't know any better than to get it. When you can't resell it, it ain't even really got no value. You just waste the money. But don't nobody tell you not to do that. Because all of them just take from us. As soon as you get it, they take from us. Our talent, they take from us. Our ideas, they take from us. Oh, but the scripture said, one of the curses said we will only be spoiled continually. That means people will only be taken from us at all times. But dude, Stephen Jackson, it is what it is, man. I want to take a stand for Kwame Browns because I love when the brother say, man, shut your goddamn mouth.
Follow Kwame Brown at Kwame Brown Post Life.
You gotta start saying, ouchie.
Okay. Ouchie. Yes, sir.
You trademark, man, saying ouchie.
Follow Carcino for Life. Subscribe. Hit that like button.
But dog, I wasn't paying attention to you.
Yeah.
When you came to Memphis this summer, man, for the Iverson Classic, I wasn't paying attention to you. But you saw me with my fringes on. You looked at my fringes, and you looked up and tried to make eye contact, and I just looked at you. That was before all this happened, but I felt right then, man, is that, dude, you got to stop it, man. Matt Barnes don't even talk anymore. You constantly yelling your damn mouth. Then you go out there, man, and you give food out, bro. Who the hell gives food out and say I'm helping the people, and you got a whole damn TV production crew following you? Man, that's not genuine, though.
Yep.
You think the Most High is smiling on that because you weren't doing it for His glory?
Nope.
You weren't doing it to please Him.
Nope.
You were doing it for your own glory.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you was. That's Jack.
I mean, TV, man, you had a whole damn production crew following you.
Cap and Jack.
Give out food and give little pieces of advice. Why you didn't stop those young black boys and girls, man, and tell them, get their ass up out the streets, because that ain't what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I know plenty of killers and drug dealers and robbers as well. I grew up with them.
Yep.
We're still good friends. Some of them, a lot of them, most of them have totally turned from their life and wish they wouldn't have did it. I know at least 5 that got did in 30 to 25 years. Just getting out. And a couple of more still in there that's been going almost 30 years. And every time I talk to them, they're like, this is not the life.
It ain't.
Because I did a whole bunch of things when I was younger, and I just thank God, thank the Most High that He protected me from because I was this close to be put in those situations where I was gone as a 15-year-old, 14-year-old for 30 years. Something always made me like, nah, I ain't going, I'm going the other way. Talk about that. Telling kids to learn financial literacy. Telling kids to learn about finances, about credit, how this system works, how this game works, because it ain't set up for us to succeed. But you know what? We end up surviving and succeeding anyway. Because we Deuteronomy 7:6, we Psalm 135:4. That's what we know. We Deuteronomy 32:8. But dude, man, for real, man, like Kwame say, man, shut your goddamn mouth. And if I ever see you, man, and we come, and I'm gonna say it to your face, because anybody that knows me, anything I say, I don't say anything behind somebody's back that I wouldn't say in their face, or that I haven't already said in their face,
That's
or that
right.
I'm not going to say in their face.
That's right.
It's ridiculous, man. Cats like you come to get on the pedestal and give it a platform, bro, and all you do is talk bad about us, man.
Take your ass on to the other side. Any other side but us. We don't need any more cats like you, man. We don't need any more people like you.
Don't forget to follow Self-Talk too. There's Self-Talk.
I'm gonna slow it down for the text nigga.
Oh man, I gotta get it together before I let some people up here. Lord, Lord, Lord. Stevie Jackson out there, boy, Captain Jack. All right, but on a serious note, we got to get these trades and coding in these schools. I mean, I don't know how much time y'all think we got, but if you look at the laws and things they're passing in New York and these different places, we've created this gang culture and all this shooting that's going on with our youth. They are starting to make the mandatory minimums up a little higher. Hassan Campbell, he told that on his page. They're about to make the mandatory minimum in New York 7 years if you get caught with a firearm. And then they're going to go up from there. So we might want to start getting these kids some skills and do what Styles P said. Let's nerd up. Styles P said a phrase, let's nerd up. Because this gang ain't where it's at. If you want to see your boys gone for a couple decades, let them keep this gang stuff up. What's up, brother?
Salam alaikum.
Salaikum salam. I'm not a Muslim, but I'm just trying to respect it.
Yeah, we got you. I told the Ummah in Senegal, West Africa about you. They hit now. So we have Quranic schools, but also the sheikhs in Africa. Let me tell you about this, and this is the front of the world. I was raised on a farm in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
My mother couldn't take care of me like she wanted to, so she sent me to Africa. The guy had me go to school, work a farm, and build his house.
Damn, that's what I'm talking about. You still got those skills now today, don't you?
Yes, roofing, work on cars, all that.
Right. And that's what it's about. Like, you don't have time for the food. Go ahead.
When you come back to the United States, they don't have that. They literally took it out the school so that way kids can go to prison. That's when that lady sent you that message talking about 15 cents on a dollar. You got to understand, I went to prison back in the day because I tried to feed my family.
And that's what young men are going to do. They're going to
feed their family.
Yeah. I was lucky because I had older brothers. So I was able to see, what it did to them. I had 5 brothers go to prison. So they were older, so they was trying to do the man role. And that's what we don't talk about in these homes. They try to demonize black boys and make them seem so bad. You can't leave a young boy in a situation where he see certain things that are lacking and things that he can help with his mother. We may not make the best decision on getting a job to go help, but we're going to try to help. And usually, it leads to trouble.
And another thing, I raised in a state where there was no police in Africa. So the community, the sheikh in that community, anything that went down went through his ear. Like if we got into the fights in the street, now remember, we Americans, we going to school in Africa. So we used to fight each other. And then we started this thing, it's called a Tajibu holiday in Africa. We used to go rob people and take they rabbits and goats and all that. We used to do crazy stuff because we was wild. But we ain't never had no police called on us. The community dealt with us.
Yeah. Yeah. And that if we want to, we can get back to that. I mean, if that's what we used to have, like my uncles, if guy drove too fast down the street, by the time he got to the end of the block, somebody cut him off and dealt with him. Like, look, yo, this kid's that's in this neighborhood. You're not going to drive 50 miles an hour down a residential street. I know they don't have speed bumps, but those men were the speed bumps once you violate it. So we got to get back to that in some way, shape, or form.
None of the police. Now, look, I'm invested in trying to help New York. I've written Governor Cuomo a letter. I've called the police squad. You know what they tell me? They don't care. So the police squad, the detective squads of New York, I've called them all. They do not want to work with the community.
Right. because they want to do how they want to do. They want to put their policies. I'm telling you, that policy thing is where it's at. Because have you ever walked into a store that you know something is wrong, but they say, but it's company policy. Even if it doesn't make sense, because it's a company policy, you got to abide by it.
Is to keep the crime going. Because once the property value goes down because of organized crime through the government, the ones that's like us that's trying to minimize the damage, they make money off of that. The court is making money off of crime.
They're making money off of everything. They make money through family court. They make money through criminal court. They make money through lawsuits, frivolous lawsuits. It's all about money. That's why I try to tell people, don't focus on race as much as you focus on money. Everything they do, every condition, situation they put you in is so that money is going to come out of it for them some way, shape, form, or fashion. I'm telling you.
I could have been like a Hassan Campbell, but I didn't go that route. I was abused through foster care. They put me through a system. They took me from my mother when I was little, and they used to tie me up in the basement with telephone wires and leave me tied up for hours. So when I got back to my mother, she had to send me to Senegal, West Africa, because she didn't know what to do with me.
Right.
So the counseling that I got through the sheikhs over there is what kept me in my mind state. Never abused a child, never abused a woman. When I came back to America, I seek counseling. I went to talk to a counselor. I went to talk to a psychiatrist. I did the work, and I'm overcoming PTSD.
Yep. Now, that was the most important thing you did, and said that you said that I did the work. And a young lady asked in the super chat, she said, how do you help fix broken, older, violent men? They have to do the work.
They have to go to talk to a psychiatrist.
Right. They have to get counseling and do the work. You can't. That's why I always focus on the children, because until a man make up his mind that he won't help, you can't help him. He's a grown man.
Don't drink around your woman. Don't drink. Yo,
right.
Now, I'm Geechee Muslim now. I used to be a severe alcoholic because I come from a family of alcoholics. Yeah. But I had to stop drinking because that drinking mess your mind up in a sense when you really trying to strive to do the work and be who you need to be in life. And I want to say this to all you men out there that's watching Kwame Brown. Not only is he teaching us, he's teaching from a Geechee point of view. Now, I want to explain to you what the Geechees are. They was the first descendants. Now, not the Geechees. I'm not talking about the natives like me and you, but the first Muslim settlers in America went to the Carolinas from Senegal, West Africa. My sheikh is connected to the first African slave settlers in the Carolinas.
A lot of people don't know the Gullah Geechee story, but there's a lot of stuff and information out on the Geechee.
Most of the Geechee foods are replicas of foods in Senegal, West Africa. Like the black, they have a red rice. It's a daughter and son to Chebujin. You can look it up.
Well, I appreciate you, brother. I'm gonna get some other people up here to talk coding and stuff. Salute to you, my brother. Keep it going.
Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Hello, Miss Patrice. I don't know where she is. What's up, Max? What's going on, brother?
What's up, Kwame? 912, baby. How you?
Good. How you doing?
Hey, first let me say it's a pleasure to talk to you. All right. I've met some people in my day. It's a pleasure to talk to you. I appreciate all you're doing. I can't talk about coding personally, but I can, and I would like to talk about trades.
Go ahead. Tell us what's up.
So for me, I come from a two-parent household background, very supportive, would do probably anything and everything for me. I was fortunate. Having said that, I chose not to go the college route. All right. I went to community college for 2 years, dibbled and dabbled, and said, I'm not going to spend money, whether I could afford it or not. I didn't want to spend money on college tuition. I knew better. I went the route of trades. I'm a canine trainer, both pet and working dog. And I also do photography. And to me, there's nothing better than being your own boss, making your own schedule, right? You can take holidays when you want. I can talk to Kwame Brown at 2:00 on a live stream when I want, right? I can wear the hat. I can sit in the car like Kwame Brown does a live video, right? I can do whatever I want to do. I'm not trying to put too much business out there, but I will share with the boys and girls out there. I charge anywhere from $75 to $125 an hour. Go find a 9-to-5 job that pays you that when you don't work 20 plus years there, and good luck if you can't find it. So I want to say this too. I apologize, I'm rambling a bit here. For me, trades are really important. You already touched on the fact that the prison system has adopted those and has stolen those from the schools, and that is for obvious reasons of fiscal gain per year. You know, you make a lot of money per year in a privatized prison system. It's ridiculous. You could send probably 3 kids to state college for the amount they make per month up there. It's ridiculous. But I want to say this. The reason why trades is so important, guys and girls, is because if you're not paying attention to what's going on, whether it be the pandemic and whether your job is quote unquote necessary, robotics is real. All right. Go to Atlanta, Georgia. There's robotics happening left and right. Your job may be replaced by a robot. So trades is important because a lot of those trades, robots cannot do all those things that a tradesman or a tradeswoman could do. That's why that's so important. And that's what I really wanted to hit home with you. I wanted to ask you too, I'm looking forward to next week's shoe drive. I'm going to be there personally. I'd love to get a chance to meet with you, but if not, I'm still going to be present. I didn't know if you were going to talk a little bit about that today and maybe what the plans are, what time and stuff like that, without putting your business out there. I just wanted to ask that, my man.
Well, I thought I dropped it I put it on my IG. What I'll do is I'll put it on the YouTube story. I'll put it back on my YouTube story, the times and the date. Well, the dates. I don't think the times were up there. So I'll do it again with the actual time of the actual shoe drive because we have a softball game after the shoe drive on both days. So the address to the parks is there. Anybody can play. We're going to have food. We're going to have drinks. That's where everybody that come down can meet, hang out, and just kick it because we're going to do it on the 3rd and the 4th. So, but what I'll do is I'll put it up on my YouTube story again with the time and the dates of the shoe drive and the times of the dates of the softball game.
I appreciate that. And Kwame, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I appreciate that. And again, I'm a tradesman, and that's why I can show up to a shoe drive on a Tuesday and a Wednesday and hang out with Kwame Brown. All right. Do your thing. Man. Keep doing your work. I appreciate you. I look forward to meeting you, my man.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot, man.
Appreciate you.
That's what I'm talking about. Brother, man, got time. And that's one of the important things about it. Being your own man or woman or whatever you identify with, this ain't to offend, because I know you got to be very careful nowadays. It's not to offend. Let's bring everybody in, because I can't remember everything. But the point that I'm trying to make is that you having a trade, you being able to make your own schedule gives you more time to sprinkle that mama's cooking with your kids or that daddy's cooking. Sometimes you can take your kid. My friend, he does his own lawn mowing services. He has his 10-year-old son cut the flat, safe parts of the grass, and anything that's a little bit dangerous that he need to do, he go do it. So his son is making money with his father. So that's the beauty of having your own business. You got to teach the youngins. What's up, brother?
Hey, how you doing, brother Kwame?
Good. How are you?
Man, I'm pretty good. I ain't gonna complain. Don't do no good to complain about nothing, man. But I'm just a little bothered right now. Just it's funny that things come to fruition as far as with the trades, with the coding. Now the coding is different from me because we from the era from straight trades. You feel what I'm saying? So then it's like my old man. As a young man, used to get me up at 4:30 in the morning. He told me a man's day starts at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? You get up and you do work. And I mean, my old man used to work my eyeballs out, B. And it's like I take that with me. Anything that I do in life, what type of work I do my independent contracting work. But I see these young men on down here, and it's so sad, man, because it's like I see them with their pants hanging down, they showing themselves, and it's like sometimes I can't help it. I just say something anyway. And I know sometimes you really can't talk to these young people nowadays.
Yeah.
You really can't. But I'm tired of being scared to tell these young folks, straighten yourself out. Because see, before we even get to me, this just to me, you still got to learn the etiquette on how to be a man, because it's steps to it. Yeah. Right? And if you miss a step, you feel what I'm saying? That's
you're going to slip.
Exactly. If you watch the niggas knock boxes and turning TVs off and all that,
Yeah.
That's some goofy shit.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say something about this Stephen Jack, Captain Jack, brown ass motherfucker. He's a double talking bitch.
You
Man, I'm just sitting up here, bro. I'm around Muslim brothers from Chicago, from the Mars. You know what I'm saying, bro? No, that what he doing? No,
Yeah.
he needs to get took down. No, seriously, because the persona that he's putting out is so bogus. He don't know the ramifications what he really did himself into by pump faking. That's what I call pump faking.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is, to get back to the point is, man, is that we just need to teach these young men how to still go steps. Yeah, we all was mischievous. We all get dirty and all that. But it still levels to how you're supposed to keep yourself groomed so people can take you seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take you seriously if you got hair all over your face and hair. It's levels to it, B. And I really feel, and I know what you've been saying the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
What you've been saying is how I've been already been feeling. And the shit is like, man, look, it's time out for talking.
Yeah.
It's time out for talking. It's just time to put your feet on the ground and get the move. So
one of my friends, not to cut you off, one of my guys, he's coming down to the shoe drive. I didn't want to announce it yet, but he said he's gonna give me the full details when he get there. He wants to offer a free coding class on my page with a teacher, with someone that's what they do by trade. That's what they do for a living. So they want to dedicate one day out of the week to come and for people to bring their children on my live and watch a guy teach and explain how to do coding. Because a lot of people are like, why don't you just download this free app or this free thing? And it's like, what if this kid has questions? A lot of these kids can't even read already, but they're supposed to understand something that they're seeing for the first time that they download. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're going to learn it like that. So they need help and they need guidance. So
yeah. So and what you doing now? What I'm trying to make sure to keep up with you with your podcast, because I know it's a lot of Black-owned businesses, a lot of small businesses here that's up and coming. Mm-hmm. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to get a whole lot of stuff from them. Okay. And then just send it to you. So you feel what I'm saying? Just do it all at once. So that way, because like you said, the platform is simple. It's for everybody to have. B. Yeah. I'm so sick of selfish ass people.
It don't make any sense.
Real selfish. Yeah.
It don't make no sense. Like, it's so many YouTubers that as I've grown, they've grown with me. So it's just like, it doesn't take away from me to let somebody else show their talent or what they have. I don't have to stand on your shoulders. These people are good at what they do.
But they good on trying to stand on your damn shoulders and tell you how you supposed to feel and tell you how you supposed to react. Man, look here. I swear that shit drives me fuck crazy, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you because I go through that my own self. I got people sometimes and I have to be calm because I have a temper my own goddamn self. Yeah. I ain't thinking nobody, but I learned now I don't have to be mad about it. Sometimes you just gotta listen, let them talk.
Let them talk.
You just said, let them talk.
Yeah.
That quicksand gonna come, and them words that you be saying out your mouth, it's gonna eat your ass up. Now, my thing is, Stephen Jack need his phone taken. He needs to go to Australia some goddamn well. When don't nobody ever see him again. No, seriously though, man, he a clown. He's a clown, man. And I ain't gonna take up no more of your time because I know it's other people. But man, salute to you, bro.
Salute to you well, man. Good to see you again.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Man, come back on here anytime. Were you ready to send me the stuff to the P.O. box? And I got you.
I got the P.O. box, and I'm coming down there. I didn't want to say that. I'm coming down there. So
I hope you bring your cleats because we playing softball.
Oh yeah, I got a nice little swing.
Now I can't hit worth a damn, but if I'm on your team, I'm gonna have to run bases.
Well, I can hit, but I can't run worth a damn, man.
I'll run the bases for you then.
There you go.
All right, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. See, that's how you deal, because I'm gonna strike out at least 3-4 times. I know I'm gonna strike out. Shit. Every time I play against them ladies, they throw that little pitch. I played against some girls down there. They talking about, we gonna play our way. How the hell y'all play? Man, do y'all know they can wind that damn thing up and throw it just as fast, almost as fast as somebody throwing a damn baseball? I want to play slow pitch this time. Fuck that. I'm not playing with you, girl, throwing that damn ball at me that fast. What's up, brother?
Oh,
we playing slow pitch. What's
That's
up, brother?
crazy. What's going on, Kwame? Yo, that's
Chilling,
nuts.
man.
I thought I would never be in this conversation. Yo,
No, man, we gonna get everybody up here at some point.
Yo, first thing first, I want to apologize to you. I know you have, you got a lot of fans. You got the hype and the momentum going on. I've been watching basketball forever. If you want to say that, ESPN or whatever influenced me to think how I think, it's okay. But I'm gonna stand on my own 2 feet and feel like nothing I said about you and not you, Anthony Bennett, was ever positive in a basketball light. I'm gonna apologize for that. I never looked at it as what you're providing for your team, as in defense or locker motivation, like how they do Josh Howard from the Heat. When he was when he was on the Heat, he was just like the guy in the locker room, the motivation dude. You was in the league for a long time, and when Jalen Rose said what he said it twice about one of the dudes on Pistons when they said he was a bust, and Jalen Rose is like, yo, this man made $65 million in the league. He's on a big house with wine and stuff. I got the guy who played overseas, and still not connecting that you are valuable in your own way. But every time we went outside to play basketball, I'm 31. I have a son. If my son would have ever said, yo, I'm gonna be like Kwame Brown, I would have been like, why him? I would have said something different.
And see, I'm glad you said that, because that is what I was saying about Jamarcus Russell and players like that. He has to go home to his hometown. I have to go home to my hometown. You can say what you want about me being in the league, and there's pecking orders and everything, but the skills and the things that I've learned playing the game, I can teach that to little kids with my eyes closed. And the first thing I would show them is to get back to the fundamentals. Show them the stuff that who was out there with us?
Tim Duncan?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yeah, he was out there with the Lakers. He's showing us the miking drill and the hooks. And just seeing how he does it over and over again. These little kids don't understand what's going to get you to the NBA is not the step backs and all the little cool stuff you see them doing at the point where they're at their best. It's the simple drills that you have to do over and over and over again. It's repetition. So when Stephen A does what he does, he lowers the guy's contracts. He had you you're a consumer. Your son is a consumer.
110%. I watch the show.
And the way that you guys think put money in our pocket. And if you guys feel that way, then that means if a team signed myself, just imagine a team say they're going to sign Kwame for $80 million contract. You're a consumer. Why the fuck would you sign this bus? And so when I try to get them to understand, if he just did it to Kwame Brown, then you can say, oh, you're just a sore loser because it was just you. You can go down the list of players that he's done this to. And so that's why I feel bad, because majority of the players that he do it to are black.
And I'm with you 100%. Would you say Andrew Wiggins, he wouldn't trade him for a box? Andrew Wiggins was supposed to be the next LeBron James coming out of college. Like, this man just got a $41 million in the contract. And now so I understand exactly what you're saying. And I'm going to apologize for that. Like, I look at things differently now. Like, I'm looking at a different approach. So I'm going to apologize. Like, I don't want to, I'm a fan that I tell people now.
Oh, hold on. I'm supposed to be in character. Hold on 1 second. I'm not I'm supposed to be in character. They told me I don't accept apologies, so I ain't no good, and F that, I don't accept apologies. Whatever. I appreciate you, my brother. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's sincere. So I look at I'm trying to look at Anthony Bennett, everybody that people claim is a buzz differently now. So I definitely understand that, and I just want to appreciate things. But with the codes and trades and stuff, I'm going to college. I'm in my last year of college, but I had a tough year growing up. When I was in high school, I went to Brooklyn Collegiate. I had dropped out, and I went to a GED program. And in this GED program was a internship called Good Shepherd, and they paid me $190 every 2 weeks to learn a trade. And I went to auto mechanic, and I was in Flatlands on 130th Street with a guy named Arrow, and I played with it. I never took it seriously, and I was there for like at least a year and a half. And when I left there, when I graduated, or when I got my GED or whatever, when I got there, I was upset that I didn't actually, took the time out to learn that trade. Like, I know how to change oil, basic things, or switch a tire. But what they was teaching me and what they was trying to, and in my mindset was just, I'm just here for that $190 every 2 weeks. Like, I'm not here to actually learn this trade. Yeah. Then leaving there and seeing all the problems that people going on in this pandemic, it's crazy, because I still have 1 more year in college to actually make money at that time. And a lot of people that was in these same things with me are been making money. Like they don't have to go through $60 college debt as I do. They don't have to wait 4 years to get income as I do. They started already. They made my debt first year they started, and they continue. So I'm still going in debt, and I still have to catch up to them going to college. And I don't want to, deter people from going to college. I you do what you want. I'm just giving different perspectives. So I respect his perspective of the automotive bill and them taking their job serious, because now during the pandemic, before the pandemic, while I'm going to college, they're making money feeding their family, and I have to catch up to that. And then right now during this pandemic, it's not good. It's hard to find work. It's hard to really do. I have an associate's degree. I'm working on my bachelor's, and I'm going for education. I can't take that associate's degree right now and get. I feel like throwing it out the window. I was the happiest man when I got that. But if I really want something right now that's that's going to pay me something different, that associate's degree is, I'm gonna be honest with you, is useless, and it gets me upset. But I'm 100% with you. I went to college. I'm trying to do extra class for coding now. I was learning binary codes. I was learning how to break down the ones and zeros. And I'm with you on that. Some stores out here in New York City do it. I don't know if people know, but you could go to majority Apple stores, and they have like coding little things that you can do there, like where you can code a ball. If you just get interested in a school I went to, I don't want to say the school was a horrible school, but it was in Brooklyn, New York. And one thing they did have was a coding computer. It was a computer room. It was a little bit coding. It wasn't coding the way you think it is. It's just making the character jump and do things so you can start getting used to coding. And I'm with you. They should put those in every school. They should put trades in every school. My stepfather, he's a mechanic, and he buys used cars, fix them up, and he sell them for majority of the profit. I see him buy a car for $1,500 and make $6,000 off the car. So it's just like, again, I definitely see the positives. I see all these things, and again, I'm gonna apologize for looking at you, because it's sad now that you're my fourth. Like I told everybody, I'm going to buy a car. Like Kobe Bryant, Westbrook, Kyrie is my favorite basketball player. I was like, I throw Kwame in it, and people joke. I'm just like, yo, like the things that he's saying. Now I know it's funny, but I'm a part of. I'm gonna say this: your get along game. Because now that I'm listening to you, and I feel like we have this. I don't want to say we have this same mindset, but you speak a lot of things that I understand, that I go through, and that I don't want to say I say, but I see. And I'm with you. It's like, yo, I'm buying a Kwame. I have a Kobe jersey. I'm getting a Kyrie jersey, and I'm getting a Kwame Brown jersey, because I respect the things you're doing. So I definitely understand the go along, get along game, because I was influenced to think you was a bust playing in the league 10 years and you did nothing, and that was the mindset. So again, I apologize for that. It did change my mindset, not just on you. I changed my mindset on Anthony Bennett, because this is another person they call a bust because he's not living up to the hype of a first round pick. So I'm gonna just look at things differently. I'm gonna thank you for giving me the mindset and for these conversations. And like when I'm at home bored, give me 3-hour YouTube videos. Like I appreciate. I don't even watch 3-hour movies. I'm like, it's too long. And I'm sitting here listening to you. Like I commented on it. My name is like Antoine. If you read your comments, I'm always in your comments. Speaking about you. Like I appreciate this. Like even giving me this platform. Like it's nuts. I'm gonna show this video.
I'm not mad at you at all, my brother, because I understood what was going on. There's many of people like you. There's a lot of people like me. There's a lot of players that maybe didn't bite the apple or whatever else, that they force the situation to make you think they're a certain way because it makes you not listen to us. That's all it is. It just makes you think that I'm not useful in a room. Because just think about it. Basketball is a small aspect of someone's life. It's a game that I didn't even have to play. But because of this game, why would you want to be like Kwame Brown? Why would you want to be like a dude that made $12 million at 18 years old, right out of high school? So it makes you think, just because I was bad at a game, they want you to think that you can't do something. So you can take that 12 million, feed your family for a lifetime, but it's not about money. It's just about being successful. Basketball is a job. At that point, it became a business. They even call it the business of basketball. So I just didn't understand how you would talk about me in a way after I signed a piece of paper that says you control my likeness. Because once we sign that contract, I can't go out and create deals for myself. They get to do it. They have my likeness. So and what I learned about economics, you would not talk down about something that you should build up to its highest thing so you can make more money off of it.
And they promoted, because I remember when Pau Gasol was finally getting hot on the Lakers, they said that they only traded you and him together. Then I remember Marc Gasol started getting hot. They said, oh yeah, Marc Gasol was in that trade, but you didn't say that the first time. It was just Pau and Kwame. So I guess they wanted to say, oh, look, if you just do this one-on-one trade, you get a good playback, but it was more than that. So it was actually Mark Gasol, Aaron McKee, Jarvis Crittenton, and Kwame Brown in the trade for Paul Gasol. And I swear to you, when I was watching the game, they only said you know how ESPN they do the names and they do the teams. It was only your name and it was Marc Gasol. Then later when Marc Gasol started getting hot for the Memphis, it was like, oh yeah, he was in the trade for the Bucks. Other two you named saying it, but I never even knew that. So, but I definitely get what you're saying. Like I definitely get how they promoting things, and that's how I looked at it. So once again, I look at things differently, and I apologize. I'm glad I have this time to apologize and look at things differently. So the next time my son want to be a basketball player, he's saying Steph Curry and all that, I'm like, nah, Kwame Brown, be the first pick. Steph Curry wasn't the first pick. I never knew you was the last person coming out of you was the first person coming out of high school. I never knew. I knew a lot of other things about you negatively. I never knew.
I was the first one, number one out of high school. There was a lot of players that came out of high school.
Never knew that.
Yeah, Jermaine O'Neal came out of high school. That's the thing. It never made sense to stop to create the one and done rule. They made me a poster child for it, but we got Jermaine O'Neal. We got so many players we can name that I even spent over 10 years in the league. That's longer than most people who go to college. So, and there's so many players that's on the other side of this whole bus thing out of high school than I am. So I don't get it. So I do get it because it's all about money. And if we can get everybody to start thinking, in our culture, we like to rank, we like to joke. So we don't see it as devaluing a player, joking and ranking like that. White folks understand that that's not what they do. They don't have a segment where they joke on white athletes. If you find me a segment where they're joking on a white athlete, then let me know and I'll watch it.
No, I definitely understand that, but keep going with your message, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for giving me this platform to apologize and say my words. I watch you all the time and I respect it. You are funny. Don't ever stop your characters and what you're doing. I laugh all the time. I have other people listening to you. I be in the car. They be I put you on speaker because people that drive cars don't like you having headphones. They play, I'm not an Uber or this, that, and the third. So I be having you in the car out for everybody listening, laughing. I try to put people on because what you're speaking is so. And I love the way you said. You're going to joke and you're always going to drop the jewels. You're not serious and you're not always playful. You're doing both for the best person. I respect it. I laugh and I learn. And it's so much. Yeah. And thank you for that Judge Joe Brown interview. It's so crazy. He dropped so many jewels, so much things in there on, the industry and other things. But I appreciate everything you do. I just want you to know you're going to always have a person like me that thought the way they thought and understand now and apologize. And I'm watching. Yes, you are my fourth favorite basketball player, not because of what you do or it's because of the person you are. I understand that. I respect Kyrie Irving, the things he do off and on the court. And I never knew what you did off the court. I never knew the person you was to actually give you that respect. I took what they gave me, and you was a bust, so I took that. And I respected you on that, and I apologize for that. And just keep going, man. I respect everything you're doing. I'm going to thank you. I don't want to take too much of your time.
Shout out to you, young man. Keep going, brother.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Oh, let me get I don't know if somebody's here right here on this one. How you doing, young lady?
How you doing, Kwame?
All right.
Okay, I just want to say that you're 100% right. School really ain't for everybody. And, if you think about it, at what age do they give you your working papers? They give you your working papers between 14 and 16.
Yeah.
So these kids need to be able to make money, especially the young men. When we was in Rift the other day, I'm sorry, my voice is a little bit hoarse, but we was in Rift the other day, and I was asking, does anybody have their children, in summer youth? Did you ever hear about summer youth employment program?
The Simeo?
Summer youth.
Oh, summer youth, you said?
Yes, summer youth.
We don't have that down in Brunswick anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, so summer youth, I used to do summer youth from the time I was 14 to the time I was 21. And it's a shame that I got my daughter this year doing summer youth, but a lot of people didn't even know about summer youth. Right now, the funny thing about it is when my daughter first started, they placed her in the school watching kids. But because she's only 16, she wasn't able to get her fingerprint, so she couldn't work with the kids. Mm-hmm. So they switched her to something called Techie Youth. It's called Techie Youth. They work remotely from home. They're able to make money while they teaching them things like coding and trades. It was original. It was
I'm sorry,
originally.
the sound is going crazy right now. I don't know what YouTube is doing, but go ahead.
Yeah, it was originally for like foster care kids and runaways, but they opened it up to like regular kids to be able for them to make money too. So even though they're doing it in the summer now, as part of the summer youth program, they're extending it. If you pass, there's a certain amount of credits you have to get during the summer to be able to keep on making money throughout the year. So, and anybody could do it. It was just for the New York area. It's online. It's called Techie Youth. And anybody could sign up and be able to make money doing that. And it is really so important for these kids to be able to make money, especially the little boys. Now,
this dude crazy.
Another thing, I really don't understand why they so mad at you. It's ridiculous. It's not like, it's not like you're saying something wrong.
I think now that young lady told me that it was a young man. He said that they moved the trades to the prison and they make the guys work for 15 cents an hour. I think that's enough for a lot of people to get mad. If these people put a lot of money building these prisons, and if you have guys, if you don't have bodies, in there to get the return on their investments, then that's going to make a lot of wealthy businessmen, white men, upset.
Yeah, and I heard they give you a lot of slack about not accepting Hassan's apology, but that wasn't an apology. You can't tell a man how to accept the apology. That was because he came in there off top lying at first. He didn't say nothing about you until you said something about him. He didn't want to address nothing he said about you. That's why he came in there.
He did what he did to everyone. When I found out he was doing 3 and 4 videos about me, that last one when he said, "Don't compare me to no basketball player," but he had done 2 or 3 other ones. And so I went back and I said, "Has he done this before?" And I started watching all his videos and I saw a through line. He does this to everybody. He talks crazy to people. Jay Prince, fly me to Houston. I'll slap you in Houston. I'm like, what? And then when he got a chance to holler at some people that he knew, I apologize to Jay Prince. I apologize to this person. I apologize. And he think that's manly to start stuff with people because he told on himself. He said, to fight someone is to know someone. And that's a movie. That's a phrase from a movie. In real life, if you walk around trying to fight someone to know them, that's why these snot boxes are getting rocked. And that's what he has to understand. If you're going to be a man, you don't just make wild allegations about someone and then just say sorry. No, we got to figure out how we got here. And that's what he didn't want to do.
Exactly. I like how you shut him down when he was trying to act like you said something about the whole New York. I'm from New York, and he from New York?
What's that?
I said, I like how you shut him down when he tried to say you was making a blanket statement.
No,
people from New York. I'm from New York. I don't know where the hell he's from.
That's why I stopped him and said, no, I'm not interrupting you. I just want to make sure you say people like you, because there's people like him everywhere.
Exactly. And the last thing I want to say is, I appreciate that I like how when you say you're not a celebrity, I see people in the comments say Kwame for president. I be the one in the comments about, didn't that man say he don't want to be president? Didn't he say he's not a celebrity? They be trying to curse me out though, but that's true because that word celebrity, they like putting that word on people to put them up on a pedestal. But then the moment something happens, they ready to tear them down off of that pedestal. Just because we agree with a lot of stuff you say, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm sure a lot of people agree. Just because we agree with a lot of stuff you say, if you got up here and said anything close to that nonsense Hassan Campbell be saying, or did anything close to what Charlotte Dame the Fraud did, I would unsubscribe right then and there.
I'll never do that.
I know you don't even seem like the type of person,
No,
But if you could please, when you get a chance, watch my video. The thing you said about Hassan when he just, about his apology, he done that to a couple of people, and I put that in my video. So please, if you get a chance, watch my video, please.
Okay, I got you.
All right, thank you, Kwame.
Sure
Thank you for. Is
that's your okay.
Yeah, and the video I want you to watch is the Mama's Cooking Quicksand Awards Hater Edition. All right, Kwame. Thanks for your time.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, let me get a young man that's been waiting. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on? So
what's up,
I have a very unique background. So I used to work for ESPN.
Okay.
I used to work for 49ers. I used to work for Nick Cannon. I'm a coder now. So I've been through all that stuff. All this, I say 99% of what you say is so true. And dude, see, here's the thing. I was a producer behind the scenes, right? Not many black people do what I do, especially black men. Mm-hmm. So the athletes would see me right away and be like, oh, we got a real one here in this position. These are the white guys that do this.
Yeah.
So obviously I had rapport with the athletes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, did some of these white producers hate that, boy? They hated that because, see, I would give the real, and the thing is they're used to athletes, black people being in certain roles. Now when you do what they can do better than you, it makes them insecure because you got that sauce and you got that intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I would come in there and I'd be more fitted than the athletes. And they'd be like Gary Payton was like, man, that shirt is tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, you know what I mean? Because I grew up around it. Now, my background, my father's from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. So he taught us about this. He moved, he was poor, went from Jim Crow, Oklahoma, had to eat popcorn off the theater ground because he couldn't afford it, bought an acre of land in Silicon Valley. So that's how I was raised. I didn't grow up poor, but not many black kids were like us, and my dad kept us connected. So I would be around these kids, and I'm mixed, right? But my dad was made all the money. My mom stayed home. So they'd be like, oh, you got money because, you're half white. I'm like, my mom stays at home, bro.
Yeah.
My dad
ain't going out to work. Exactly.
Yeah, but he would come home, cook chitlins, pig's feet, all that. And then people didn't get it. White people, he had the biggest house on the block in a whole white neighborhood. And they'd be like, what? Like, this doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of my friends would be fake street guys that would just want to act street just for women, and it would work.
Yeah.
A lot of women will pull up on them. They didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing school, and they're like, man, it's about being a real nigga, bro. Like all that square stuff. Bro, I get more women than you, and I'm fucking doing all my tests. What are you talking about?
Yep. I got a lot of friends that went to prison because girls, that was their lane. That was their thing. They just hung out late. They did all the things to get noticed. Because me, I wasn't doing that. I'm not going to change up the way I behave, I act, I think for no woman or for anybody. I'm just going to be me. And the woman that like me will see me. And the ones that I got to pretend for, they can see you. Yeah, exactly. And I'm cool with that.
So bro, but I constantly worked on myself. I was just like, you know what? I wanted to find a lane where I was like, you know what? Because this was during the Iverson era. Now, I have nothing against Allen Iverson era, but I'm going to be real with you. A lot of people were pushing that thug shit back then. It's just a fact. So with that said, I was like, I want to find a lane where I could be positive, but still have swag and do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? And I found that. I was able to make that happen. And that's what I'm trying to do with all these different people is with these different men that I know and all that. I try to show them like, hey, bro, you can do coding. You can do STEM. You can do all that and still have a good life. You know what I'm saying? What
type of coding do you do? Because I know some guy came here argue with me about coding. What type do you do?
That's what I'm doing right now. So I'm actually working with a government contractor where we do HIPAA stuff. So what I'm trying to do is, I'm doing it. We're redesigning. I'm working with government contracts. You know what I'm saying? So it's the greatest lifestyle. I work at home. I don't have to go nowhere. Where I can go travel and see my boy in Houston or my boy in Dallas has a house. I can go work at his house. Then at night, go out, do what I got to do. I'm putting my money into investments. I have an 18-year-old car. It's never stopped me from getting no women. I don't need to get no Bentley or no high price car. Nothing like that's a bad investment. I'm going to put that into things I need to do. And it's like, whenever you do in life, I realized when I worked, people are saying I'm the feds. Yeah, right. What I'm saying is like, dude, we've been brainwashed. I went to college for 4 years. That's a resort for most people to party and fuck and to not pay attention.
Yeah.
Most people are not going hard in college. They're not. Then when I left and I got this trade, I went to school for 6 months. I got a scholarship because of my career working at ESPN and all that. And then once I got this, there was an 18-year-old kid doing it, and I pulled him to the side, a black guy, and I was like, do you know you're making the best decision? I was like, you're 18 and you're going to be making $65,000 to $75,000 right out of this program, and you're going to have no debt. I had to work at ESPN. I had to work at ESPN for 5 years and bust my ass. I was on all the shows. I was doing all this stuff, and they would still not promote me. Why? Because you're too different. You're not a part of the culture, even though that I'm talented. Like I was working on Sports Nation. I started implementing in Photoshop work and all that. The Ultimate Warrior talked about work I did at his retirement speech, my idol. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there. I've changed policies. I'm in vendor decks, but they still didn't want to promote me because they're like, you know what? You're just too different. Just like when Mike Hill, they told him, we're not going to promote you because there's too many blacks. You're too much like Stuart Scott.
Wow. It's
like, bruh, like what? Why are we supposed to be different than what we are?
Yeah, there can only be a chosen few black people. I said that. I'm telling you, they only want, if you notice, they compare every basketball player to Michael Jordan. They compare all of our singers to a certain person. They can only be a certain group of everybody. They compare all of our actors to Denzel. It's just weird. We can't stand alone as different men. That's great in our own right.
Right. Yeah, you see, a lot of people are hating on me in these comments because they don't think I'm real. I dealt with that my whole life. They're like, you're lying. You're this. You're mixed, so you can't be that. No, I can be that. I'm just one of the first. And that's why I'm out here trying to show different people. You know what I mean? I've also lost 80, 90 pounds. I'm a hard worker. It can be done. I got pictures. I got a LinkedIn. You can go ask anybody out there. They'll tell you about me. I made decisions. And anybody
somebody say you real right here.
Well, some of them, I don't know. I'm just looking at the chat, but
the chat gonna be the chat. Most of these people in the chat, they troll. They gonna drive you crazy now that they know you watching.
Yeah, exactly.
They all kind of stuff.
And then it's like, it sucks because I would be at ESPN and I have a college degree. Nothing thuggetry about me, but people going, "What's up, homie? What's up, G?" Yeah. I'm like, don't call me that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
you gotta fit the mold. You should have put a couple tattoos on your neck or some tattoos on your arm.
No, I have 0 tats and grills because when I grew up, if you had a tats and grills, you had to be real about it. You couldn't just have that.
Yeah.
Now it's all in. Now it's everybody has that. You know what I'm saying?
You get a tattoo, some chains, and some nice, pretty clothes, and that will get you the girls. Some tight jeans, get you a little man bag, act like you got a gun in it, allegedly. That's what get the girl.
Now, I mean, I'm swagged up a little bit, but I mean, at the same time, I had
I'm ready to get back out there to work.
But I had a backpack at school. I used to get made fun of in college because I had a big backpack.
Yeah.
I was like, that's because the class doesn't have the equipment, so I got to bring the equipment myself. I'm trying to get this degree to move on.
Yeah.
And then once I graduated and I saw that trade, I was like, why the hell did I go to college? Because the first 2 years of college is a repeat of high school.
Mm-hmm.
You're just doing a repeat of high school. So that's a waste of time. Then I got everything done. And then they were like, no, you can't graduate. I know you got done early, but you haven't taken enough, what do you call it? You haven't taken enough credits. AKA, we're trying to guarantee money per student.
That's sad.
You see what I'm saying?
But I'm glad that we have guys like yourself that you didn't try to be a thug. You didn't try to be a made up character. You just wanted to be a man. And just keep going, brother. we're gonna try to have a class to where we get guys from LA. One of my friends is from LA. He has a coder by trade like yourself. He's gonna come on and try to teach these kids coding for free through YouTube. So hopefully we can get it going.
Let me say this real about coding, then you can let me go. But let me just say this. Coding is not as hard as you think. It is hard, but people get intimidated by it.
Mm-hmm.
Coding is if-and statements. Most of it is front end is if-and statements, just common logic and all that. If you used to customize your MySpace back in the day, that's front end coding. You can make $75,000, $100,000 or more doing that. Those same skills are what apply. So if you can do a MySpace like you did back in the day and all that, basically front end work is adult coloring. That's why I like it. Now, if you want to do the back end, which is like SQL statements, the database stuff, that's a little harder for me. I've learned that, but at first that's not what I wanted to do. It wasn't as attractive. But I came from a Photoshop graphics background. So I was like, okay, this skill set translates better for what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
I get a job offer every day. During the pandemic, I taught myself 2 new coding languages and leveled up and got a better job. There is no excuse with the internet anymore. So that's all I just want to say. Thank you for letting me on your channel, bro. I mentor different kids and all that. Keep going, bro. You are speaking the truth.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, my brother.
Thank you, man.
Hey, and forget about them chats, man. Just stay focused, my brother. The haters gonna hate, my brother, but you got support in there too.
Boy.
Focus on the support. Forget the haters.
You're right. All right, bro.
All right, brother. Hey, how you doing? Hello? Hey, how you doing?
Hello?
Hey.
Hi, Mr. Kwame Brown. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. So I
like them nice rifles in the back. They for educational purposes, you two.
They are, but if somebody tries to come in, they're not leaving out of here.
I heard that.
So I just had a couple things. Thank you for opening my eyes. Wow. I am shocked of what I learned, what you're preaching, what you're teaching. I'm Native American. I also want to tell you, when you smudge, you do your sage. I got my big sage here.
Yeah, they told me to use matches and not fire lighters anymore.
I never heard that. But when you light it, you want to seal the front and back of your door first, all your doors. You just want the smoke to go around them, and your windows.
Okay.
When you're doing smudging on yourself, you just want to put the smoke on you. Make sure it gets all over your body. And you just think of positiveness. We send shoes. Our family had a double house fire a couple years ago. We're getting back on track. But we sent you a pair of shoes no matter what. We got a little bit from some builders, and you guys know who you are, but God's going to take care of you. And I want to say that gentleman who called and apologized to you, that's an apology, Kwame. That's a real man apology. So that's what you should have got from, I'm not even mentioning that cat's name, but that's how you apologize to somebody. If he would have did that, I think everything would have been okay.
Yeah, it'd have been cool.
Yeah. Also, the pro basketball dude, man, I seen him. This is how I started watching. I just clicked on his show. He was down for you in 2018, taking up for you in 2018.
Yeah.
Telling Stephen A. Jackson Stephen A. snitch, Stephen A. whatever. Stop talking about that man like that.
Yeah.
In 2018, Kwame. So that gentleman right there, I love his show, and I love that he was taking up for you way back then. Way. I'm trying to see what else that I had to ask you or tell you. And so I have a degree in criminal justice, and I worked in a home. I only worked with boys. I didn't work with no girls, because girls would be like, what, when, where, why, how? And the boys would be like, fuck you, and do it anyways. So I liked working with boys, and I was trying to get to them in their head before you get caught up in the system, before you're in that system, because once you're in there, you cannot get out. So my goal was trying to help boys before they get to that next level when they turn 16 and they have to go up to the men, get men punishment. And I just want to say, can I say one thing to my husband?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you made me also treat my husband so different. We've been together for 25 years, riding and dying together, 25 long years.
Oh, that's
and I want to tell you, 25 years, long time. I want to tell you, baby, you're my king. What you just did, you just fulfilled a dream of yours. I'm not going to say it online. I'm so proud of you for what you did. You're my king, and I will always be here for you. And I love you so much, baby, no matter what, till I take my last breath. And thank you for
Salute
my
to your
son.
husband. Salute to your husband.
He
I
gave
like
me a
that.
son.
Salute to you.
He's a good man, Kwame. He's a real good man. I'm lucky, and I wish other women would know what that feels like, because it's amazing.
Yeah.
My son wants to say hi to you.
Oh, okay.
Say hi, Mr. Kwame Brown.
Hi,
What's up,
Kwame
brother?
Brown.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Well, you get them sneakers. We could only get you one pair. It's a size 13. So
Oh, we appreciate it. Trust me, appreciate that.
God bless you. I'll keep praying for you.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck all them haters. They make me sick. So God bless you, and keep on keeping on.
Bless you as well. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye, Kwame.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Let me get this brother on. What's going on, brother? What's up,
How you
brother?
doing? Dr.
Good to see
Bombay
you.
from TMK Media.
Good to see you
be
again.
back.
You got the same background today, though.
Yeah. I tapped into your camera. I'm using your CPU to run my setup here because I ran out of memory.
Well, appreciate that.
Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to talk about career paths as far as trades go. Well, we know nowadays a lot of millennials are choosing to go into the trade sector in lieu of going to college because of the massive debts that they will, obtain or end up with but that they'll probably never be able to pay off in a lifetime. Seeing as though in high school, trades are virtually non-existent. When I was in high school, we had whole high schools dedicated to nothing but trades. Me personally, at one point in time, I had an automotive business that I parlayed myself into from working in dealerships and building up from there. I wanted to say something to the millennials and other people that are choosing to go into trades. There's one other thing you got to consider in the step. There are a lot of trade schools out here, but you got to be careful and do research because you could find yourself right back in a lot of debt. Some of them will sell dreams as far as, hey, you could be making this much money. It's $100,000. And it sounds very attractive. My suggestion would be, if find the trade that you're passionate about doing, then go to some of the larger companies that have apprentice programs and things like that. Go into those companies. That way you're learning the trade and you're getting it for free. Automotive dealerships have the same thing. You go there, you're starting out, hey, you're going to be an apprentice or possibly changing oil or something like that. But they'll send you to schools and you'll get all of the skills that you need and build yourself up where you don't end up in debt at the end of the day. If you are with an independent company from after you learn your trades, try to get into the back offices to figure out how the business side of it works. Work some of that as well. So when you branch out and go into your own business, you'll have the skills of how to run the business too, because it's not so much as to being independent and having your own business. You could end up failing if you don't know how to take care of your books, taxes, and things like that. So you don't want to set yourself up for failure going into the trade. So try to do it if you can. Do it for free. Let other people pay your way through when you get to that trade.
Well, that's why we're trying to get them into middle schools and high schools, especially with coding. We've been sold this dream that children are our future. So if trades and coding is our future, then why don't our future learn it for free in these middle and high schools? So, I mean, I don't think it should be, we shouldn't have to pay, these kids shouldn't have to pay for knowledge. It should be given to them free so we have a more educated, more well-balanced society. But it seems like to me, there's powers that be that make too much money off of the dysfunction of our children and now the adults, because we have 44-year-olds in skinny jeans now with their knees out. So this media stuff is, to me, is brainwashing us, and it's not making us, the internet was supposed to make us more connected. When they sold us this dream of Facebook and all these sites, they said you can find a friend that you had in college that you missed for 20 years or whatever like that. Now Facebook is where they're telling people to pull up, and that's where the drama is going on. So the internet is becoming a curse. It used to be a gift, but it's being used as a curse. So we have to use our technology for good, which is start giving our kids the knowledge and not some of these broken adults.
Absolutely. And I definitely feel you on that, getting the coding and the trades back in schools. A lot of the problems with that came about when a lot of our education systems are being defunded. Some of that rains down from politics. Now, you got to understand something, though. These corporations, see, they want you on the plantation. They want you to work at the Amazons and the Walmarts and the big places, whereas though they have you and there's a virtual slave with no benefits, because that benefits them and their profit margin, which benefits their, their stockholders and things like that. Unfortunately, the corporations lobby the congressmen and some of your lawmakers, so they're controlling that, which means indirectly they control policy, which it rains down to us. Hey, we're going to breed slaves. We need you to go from the school straight to prison so we can get you in there making, blinds and sewing up textiles for absolutely pennies on the dollar. So that's the plan. So we need to, when it comes time to vote and do things like that, we got to figure out, we got to get together and figure out a strategy. It's not about vote or die. It's like, no, I'm going to shift it to somewhere else to get these politicians' attention to say, hey, the more you're taking money out of our schools, you can't hold those seats. So when they show up at places like the Breakfast Club and things like that, ask them why they're not putting them in the hot seat, ask them these tough questions like, where's the money? So
I totally agree with you.
Yep. And about social media, I mean, come on. That's part of the tool that they're using for the destruction. And to these people, Brother Kwame is getting attacked by a lot of other YouTubers. We all know why, because of his message. That's plain and simple. Their YouTube pages are allowed to stay up pushing all kinds of heinous ideas. I mean, you even had it where Mr. Campbell openly admitted and told you, hey, look, when the algorithm stops responding and my money slows down, I simply go on, I put my kids on camera to stimulate the algorithm. I cry, then I pick a fight with a larger YouTuber or celebrity until I get their attention, and then I apologize. And then thirdly, I'll manufacture a dramatic episode. That's called, swatting, to stimulate views for myself to get attention. Y'all got to turn that stuff off. It's nonsense.
But they keep giving, they keep celebrating the guys that do that and giving them rewards for it. So they're going to keep doing it.
So then what we need to do is follow Kwame Brown over to, what is that, Riff? We need to move out, basically, again, move the positive people, move your attention, follow him and his message over to Riff or wherever he's going. And guess what? Google is also a corporation. Once they see, hey, when revenue slows down, they'll pay attention to you.
Yeah, well, I also have a podcast on Believe. I gotta record it today after I get off this tractor. I'm gonna call the tech. We're gonna record the intro, and then we'll get that set up. Hopefully, I may do it. I don't know when we're gonna start doing it, but maybe after the shoe drive. But that's we'll get everybody over on the podcast, and that way I can still read out people's small businesses and things like that. YouTube, I'll still do it on camera where they can see it. But over on the podcast, I have a little more control over what I say and how much streaming they can stop. So,
oh, nice. Yeah, I do some audio visual stuff, intros and things like that. Once I see what you got, man, I'll create something and send it over to you. Maybe it's something you can use.
Okay.
That as well. And
I currently appreciate you, my brother. That's a good little trick you did with the camera. That was cold.
yeah. I was waiting, but I said, I'm broadcasting from your camera there. So only thing is, you got that new pyramid in the back, so you threw me off. That's the difference. See the pyramid, y'all? That's the difference between left and right screen.
Yeah, they gave me this little pyramid. So yeah.
In closing, and now I kind of took it over into finance. I'm getting with some partners of mine. We're trying to come up with a way to create an investment firm to help service our people in the community as well. Killer Mike talked about putting money in black banks. Number one, get yourself a budget. Yes, put your money into the black banks. But thirdly, we need to learn how to invest and how some of the banking systems work so that we can be able to utilize it to the fullest. So that's all I wanted to say about that. I'm going to start making some podcasts for information on that as well at my channel.
Okay, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for your time again, man. And thank you for the message, man. Keep pushing.
Thank you.
All right, peace.
All right. All right, let me get a young lady up here. Hey, how you doing?
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Great. I catch you live all the time. I don't know how I came upon your videos about 5 or 6 months ago, but I think it was God.
You gotta come back forward now. The camera must be moving because we heard you perfect for a second and then it started.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Okay. But I'm thankful that I ran across your videos. I'm a mother of 6. I have 3 boys and 3 girls. My oldest
It keep going out every time you start talking. It go out. I don't know what's going on.
My oldest boy is 17. And
Okay.
my youngest boy is 1. I have 6 children. And what you're preaching is the honest truth. Like we were taught to go to school, get those good grades, go to college, you know, to get that good government job. You know, I grew up in poverty in the projects around drugs, pregnancy, death, and I knew I didn't want that. So I went to school. I got the good grades. I was valedictorian in my high school in 1999. I went to college on a full scholarship. Got my master's degree. That only left me in debt. I'm currently have over 100K in debt. But like I said, where's my good government job? Then I'm overqualified or I'm underqualified for something, you know. So it's like I did all that. So like I tell my son, like he's 17 now. He has a job. He has a car already. But he also wants to be his own boss. So he talks about all the time. He has his YouTube channel where he's gaming, but he honestly wants to, you know, make apps and do coding and trades and stuff like that.
You keep going out. It's like your phone keeps letting us hear you, but as soon as you start talking, you're blanking out.
Maybe if I hold it like this.
Yeah, go. Yeah, we can't see you.
Okay, you just won't be able to see me. That's fine. That's not a problem. Okay. But what you're saying is, because like when I was in high school, we had nursing and manufacturing and automotive, you know, and all that where, you know, where you could do those things if you decided not to go to college. It's like now they push you to go to college to get in debt that they know that you're not going to be able to afford in the long run. It's like, it's a joke. And so he's 17. He's coming up on his senior year. He doesn't want to go to college. And at first, you know, I was pushing it, you know, because that's what I was taught. But it's like now I'm not pushing that. If he has a trade or, you know, something he has going on that's making him enough money where he can have his time, because a lot of people are time broke. We go work these 9 to 5s and don't have time for our families for these pennies on the dollar, where they looking for a robot to replace you, but you break your neck to, you know, do these jobs. You know, so I have a travel business, and I also show people how to fix their own credit. And my son is also in that business with me because there's no age limit on that business. And, you know, we're showing people how, you know, you messed up your credit, so you're the only one that can fix it. And here's how. You know, I'm showing people how to travel the world, you know, at pennies on, you know, how to show other people that every time you travel, there's money calculated into that. You're just not getting the money. So how about you get that money, but keep traveling and build that savings or get out of debt or build that house or, you know, invest in the children, like you said, because if they're supposed to be the future, why are we pushing all this? You know, and I'm not a homophobic or anything, but like all the LGBT and then all the pedophilia, like why is the push for all this? Like that's not what our kids need. They need to know that you don't have to just go to college, or you don't have to be this rapper or be Cardi B, be Beyonce, you know, you can be you in your own lane and still be successful, whatever that is. So I'm thankful for your platform. I told my son we're going to do coding. So I'm anxious to hear, you know, whenever you're going to be live on your platform to get on that. And I'm interested in maybe working with you. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm starting a nonprofit here. I worked in a nonprofit segment for over 7 years. I'm a grant writer. I helped them get over $4 million in grants just from housing development. But now, since I branched away from that 3 years ago, I'm do more grants, you know, helping domestic violence, you know, young men, you know, young children, because they don't focus on the people ages 17 to 25. It's like they forget about them. And that's why a lot of them are in jail or out here killing each other, gang banging, you know, and I'm thankful that my son, you know, didn't, you know, go that route, even though his father is not, you know, in his life, you know, the way that he should, you know, but I have someone in his life that went through that, you know, is currently still in the system, and he don't want that for my son nor his own 15-year-old. So, you know, we push them to learn how to do something, get certified in something. You know, he's a painter. He does painting. He does lawn. he does a lot, so he tried to teach them, like, come on out here, do this with me, learn how to do this. It may not be something that you want to do, but it can, have you free where you're not reporting to a boss every day. So I just want to say thank you again, and I hopefully can email you and talk with you and maybe, work with you, and we can branch out and get all these kids across America, since I'm a travel person, and, and you can travel and help these kids, get a code or a trade.
Yes, ma'am. Will do. Just hit me up on my email, support@buslife.com. And then,
I will do that. Thank you.
Okay. I definitely appreciate you, and God bless you and all those boys. All right. Oh, and she had daughters. God bless them too. I couldn't really hear the first part. What's up, brother?
What's going on, my guy?
I'm chilling, man. How you?
I'm blessed. My name is E Black. I've been a programmer for about 14 years now. So
that's what's up.
I've been the one thing I've been wanting to talk about is my story to get to programming, because it wasn't necessarily the straightforward way. Of course, my grandma, when I was like 18, enrolled me into like microcomputers class. She was like, "You're gonna go to school. You're gonna go to school." I wasn't ready. I was not ready. But I did learn how to do Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and all that stuff. So I was already flatlining into office work, basically. So then later on, I realized I was working at Bank of America. Now, Bank of America got bought out by Nations in North Carolina, if you remember that back in the day. A guy came up there from Arizona. He was making $35 an hour doing technical writing, basically making pamphlets. Like, okay, press 1 if you wanna go to this menu, press 2 to go to this menu, and he dressed it up right. So I was like, I want to do that. $35 an hour, I was making $10 an hour. So I enrolled in school as a technical writer, and the first few classes were basically your basic computer classes, a little bit of programming, and I think a data comm class. But the best thing of my life was the fact that my intro to programming class and my C programming class was a Black person, Black people. And then the Black people were on my ass. They were like, "Brother, you can do this." And then like about 3 assignments into it, my C programming programmer was like, "Come here, let me take you to the side." And he was like, "You're going to fail this class if you don't step it up." Now, this guy, he's a Black person. He had dreadlocks, and he worked in IBM, and he's a teacher on the side. And he taught me that I have to keep it up. So I never finished. I'll be honest with you. I never finished the school, but what ended up happening was I got inspired to do programming instead of doing technical writing. And I had the ability to do it. So I ended up moving to another state, and I found a junior programmer job for $725. I got that job, and they realized that I was such a good programmer that they hired me on, and I make more, like 7 times as much. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I love what you're talking about. The one way I would say is that I would give Black men or Black children the statistical breakdowns of what the jobs that are in the computer field. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, go ahead. Can you do that for us if you know the different coding? Because I know, like I said, there was so many people. There was a guy that wanted to argue with me about coding, and that's not me. That's not my thing to do. So, is there a field that you can suggest that the kids can maybe go into that you're in?
Yeah, I mean, you have different types of development. Like, I'm a software engineer, so I do data analyst, but you can also do back-end work, which is working with databases. And then sometimes you can do server work, which is, working with servers, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. You can do front-end work, which a lot of people are doing front-end work. I will warn people that the front-end game is going to change because more companies are building templates. And so they're not willing to pay a front-end person when they can buy a $500 template. They will pay you to be a graphics artist, which is different. Graphics artists are different than front end. Front end developers are the people who actually go into your system and actually do the work. Graphic designers say, "Hey, give me $1,000. I'll make a template for you," and then you walk away. So you can also do another industry which I was interested into was servers. Like some people I didn't like servers because I didn't like using other people's programs. You know, some people like to click around and set up domains and set up infrastructure. I didn't like it. I like developing the program. I like being able to have an idea and start from ground floor and go move up and sell it, you know, with my intellectual property. Some people like to go into an office, click on a couple of buttons. That's fine. You get paid just as much. There's also people who work with telephones. People don't understand telephoning is another industry of the tech field. A lot of telephones are voice over IP. So you have to be able to set up a virtual LAN and a virtual space for that telephone line to run over your internet. That's money. You know, people don't know, you know, it's not the same where you had your old school telephone line and you had to go up on a line and do it. Now you can do it basically through using the same computer, click a few buttons, set up a virtual line, and now you have a whole telephone system for your office. And then, I mean, there's so much. I mean, right now, even ethical hackers, you hear about ransomware.
No, I've never heard about that.
Okay, back in a little while ago, they had an oil company get locked out of their own system.
Wow.
And basically, they had to pay like in Bitcoin or some foreign cryptocurrency to get their stuff back. So imagine a power plant losing control of their whole entire system.
Yeah, I was just about to say, how much did that cost you?
It cost them a few million. But right now, that's probably the hot thing that's going on is that they will actually teach you to look to have a specialized person in your office to look for exploits. You know, you can hack a computer and get everybody. You can hack a printer and get everybody's admin access to the server. You can hack somebody's telephone and get admin access. You can hack a scanner or fax machine. So, you know, look into ethical hacking. You don't even have to have a degree in that. Companies will pay for that because they realize that all it takes is one person to open the wrong email who has admin privileges, and your whole system will get locked out. And next thing you know, you'll be having to send money off to a foreign country, and you can't get it back. You can't call the police. You can't call the police because they're not in the jurisdiction. So, you know, learn ethical hacking. There's also machine language. If you like, if you like to actually like how, I don't know how, you have air conditioning, right? Do you have the air conditioning where you can look up from your phone and set it?
Actually, I'm just getting those. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I have the ones that work in sync, but I don't have it to where they're Wi-Fi linked. I guess I got it right before that whole thing hit. But I'm actually getting them where you can just do them straight from your house. So when you're heading back.
So there's actually like machine language. If you learn like machine language, there's an actual field of that where you can, you know, go into spaces, learn basic computer. You don't have to be a whole computer programmer, but you can learn basic programming and then set up people to where you can just basically press a button and then your whole internet will be, your whole home setup will be set up. You can use like a Raspberry Pi. You can use a whole bunch of just third-party stuff. And that's stuff that, like I said, you don't need it. Everything that I said, you don't need a degree for it. You just need to be able to. A lot of men don't understand that at the junior level, you do not need. You don't know these things. Because I remember, but you also need representation. Like I said, my senior year, I got put into a computer language course. My whole class was Asian people. Now the work was easy. But it was just a simple fact that I could have took gym at that point. So I decided to take gym as an elective because I was on the hoop team instead of instead of just taking that computer course and learning some more about it, because I ended up just doing it all over again when I went back to college.
Right.
So it's like, you got to have fair representation. I would definitely say before the sophomore, junior year, like as there's gearing up for SATs, ACTs, like start at least giving them a list of the jobs, because a lot of people think computer programming is just hacker level computer programming. It's not. I do software. I like software. I like going into companies and they saying, hey, we have a problem. We need forms. We need this. And I make the software and I do it. That's my love. Some people don't like doing that. Like the other guy said, he's like, I like doing front end because he like doing Photoshop. I don't like Photoshop. I hate doing that. To me, you can't tell me to hand in something and then you tell me you don't like what I just created out my brain. You know what I'm saying? It's like that stuff get on my nerves. Some people like doing database work where you're like companies will pay you to actually ground down to their. Imagine how many transactions Bank of America has. They want to figure out all those transactions and how they can make it more efficient. So some people like doing that type of work. Some people like doing security. But you have to, like I said, you have to have at least exposure to these industries, much like a carpenter. You have to understand that there's different types of levels of carpentry. Not everybody's just banging a hammer. There's chair makers, there's pipe fitters, there's different levels to it. Even in the trucking field, everybody's just not driving an 18-wheeler. There's hot shots, They
talking about the Target got hacked through the AC unit thermostat. Oh shit! Maybe I'll keep the ones I got. But thank you so much, man, for coming to explain it. But make sure you come back, especially on the day where we're gonna figure it out at probably August the 3rd or the 4th. He's gonna let me know. I'll put it on YouTube. What day? I think it's gonna be that Saturday that he has the coder that comes on and teach these young kids and adults, I guess, coding for free. I'll be watching. And I'll be
I'm actually gonna be going back to my hometown, and me and my homeboy, he has a nonprofit, and we're gonna be doing like a 1-week introduction to like programming, to where I can't teach them like all the language, but I can teach them the basics of how to think about because there is a process to this stuff, and you will get overwhelmed.
Okay. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking the time, my brother.
That's the bet.
Thank you. Let's see. This brother been waiting a long time, but he gone. Come on, Kevin. Come on back, man. You've been waiting a minute, Kevin Kill. Let's give him some time because he's been waiting for a second.
I'm coming, Kwame. I'm coming, Kwame. Kwame, I'm coming. What's up, brother?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing amazing.
Excellent. Hollering at you from the DMV. So, been following you for a long time.
I was just in the
DMV. on my Kwame Browns ain't a bus tour with my family. They're like, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
It's all good.
But moving on. I love the fact that you're talking about the coding and the trading. Just a little bit of background. I'm a former senior network engineer for the White House or executive office of the president.
Oh, man.
Did that for a few years, worked at DHS, few other, 3-letter government agencies, up here. But you are completely on point about the IT field being the future. Not necessarily, coding is just one aspect of it, like the gentleman before me just mentioned. But there are other certifications out there in the IT field that people can get and can, like you said, can start making money immediately. I have a 16-year-old daughter. Like most kids, all over the place.
Yeah.
One thing I think that parents need to understand with their children is that everything they know about life right now, you can put on a pinhead. And so when they're saying, I don't want to do this, or I'm not interested in this, sometimes you just got to say, you're going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to do it because I know what's best for you.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up in an era where your parents told you go to school, get good grades, you're going to college.
Yeah.
They didn't know about coding or trade schools or anything like that. You can go right now and spend about $5,000 to take a course and come out making $50,000, $60,000, $100,000. I got some notes here, my little whiteboard. At Harvard, they have free courses right now at Harvard for introduction to game development, web programming with Python and Java, artificial intelligence with Python. So there's a lot of stuff that's out there for free. These are 12-week courses offered by Howard University. I mean, Harvard, not Howard. I went to Howard. We're offered by Harvard.
Shout out to both of them.
Shout out to both. But there are, various certifications. If you have a public library card, in many cities, they are attached to what's called lynda.com, which is LinkedIn Learning, which normally costs like $30 a month if you buy a subscription. But if you have a public library card, you get access to all these courses for free. So it's over 20,000 courses. So if somebody wants to learn about photography, web design, coding, Cisco, Microsoft certifications, but there's all these certifications that are out there. I actually pulled a stat for the state of Maryland.
That's what I'm talking about.
That says computing occupations are the #1 source of all new wages in the United States and make up 2/3 of all projected new jobs in STEM fields, making computer science one of the most in-demand college degrees. But you don't have to go to college. As a former hiring manager, the first thing we looked at, is your certifications and your job experience before we looked at whether you had a degree. If you have a certification in, in server, Microsoft servers, do you have a certification in Cisco routers? Do you have a CCNA, CCNP, all those other things? But these courses, you can go, for a few weeks, like the gentleman said, and you can come out making, thousands of dollars. When I first got into the field in the late 90s, I was unemployed. Went to the course. After the first 30 days, the instructor was like, you all are now employable. I was like, yeah, right. You're full of it. So I started sending my resume out. I sent it out on a Tuesday at 12, had an interview scheduled by 2:30. By Thursday, had an interview, and Monday they were hiring me for $43,000 a year after 30 days. And a few weeks after that, they bumped that salary up because the contract changed. So a lot of times when these contracts change, you move on with the new company, get a raise. So within 2 months, I went from 43 to 50. And steadily, of course, progressed from there. But I'm back to my daughter for a moment, and I wanted to share this because it's based on some of the stuff that you've been talking about. I told her, by the time you graduate from high school, I want you to have an IT certification. I don't care what it's in. Number 2, once you finish, I want you to go learn some skill, learn how to do something with your hands. Okay? You can be an electrician. You don't have to be an auto mechanic and be lifting up cars and all other stuff. You don't have to be, doing any of that, but learn how to do something with your hands. But number 3, by the time you're 21, I want you to own your first apartment building with a minimum of 10 units. That way you live in 1 or 2 units and let everybody else pay your mortgage.
Yeah. I just sold a 10 unit. Never mind. Shut up, Kwame.
You should have called me. We could have put it in her name. But
I know what I'm talking about. I'm crazy, like they say.
Right. If everybody thinks I'm crazy until I'm right. But if your housing and your transportation needs are taken care of, you don't need to make a lot of money. So you can travel, you can do if your housing and your transportation needs are established, and you're making like $5,000 a month, you're living like a king or a queen.
Yep. I have a friend out in Cali. She bought. She lives in one of the apartment units that she purchased. She took out a loan and purchased the whole building, stays in one, and now she travels. She having a good time, you know, and that's what it's about. Yeah.
I'm sure she complains about the landlord along with everybody else.
She's the landlord. Exactly. Yeah. No, she mad about the different rules that they have out in Cali, because they got some different rules as far as renting and as far as getting people out. So boy,
And
yeah,
so,
I can't handle those rules. I'm going to Florida.
And I mean, and somebody did in the chat about blockchain development. And so blockchain development is something that's up and coming in this cryptocurrency world. I'm in the cryptocurrency world, but on a different side. I have the cryptocurrency ATMs. So you can go to my ATM and buy and sell cryptocurrency. So as opposed to, you know, doing the day trading or something like that. You know, it's just something on the back end. But
no, I'm just writing this down because I'm getting good ideas from people in the chats. They want to know. They want me to have a blackboard in the back of the small businesses, and then they want to have they want to do a show to where people that come on like give like I think she said I took a picture of it. Can we have a show geared towards people providing sites and establishment offering all these trades online on the net? So she wanted to know if there's sites and things that we can like put out.
Turnion.com is one. TERNION.com.
Okay.
It's Black owned and operated out of Toledo, Ohio. My uncle is actually on the board of directors for that trade school. They're offering IT classes and trades. I can't think of the name of the church that's doing it, but they're doing that, senior housing, a bunch of other stuff. But they're trying to get kids back into these trades. You know, he's a master plumber, so yeah, they're really trying to get these kids back into trades. Also, on a side note, just to share with you, there's a site called Kingdom Use, a channel called Kingdom Useful, along with the Black Health and Wealth Show. But you inspired an adult conversation when you were talking about trades and coding. And this guy actually did, the guy from Kingdom Useful, his name is Trey Roberts, actually did an emergency message to you on this channel. And I didn't take offense to it, but I had some issues with some of the things that he brought up. So we actually, you know, reached out to one another, had a 4-hour conversation just discussing what's going on in this world. And there's got to be something, you know, and the other thing that is parents got to stop being afraid of these kids.
Yeah.
You know, and start telling them, you know, you can, you know, you're going to do, this is the way things are. I used to be a high school teacher. And shout out to all teachers out there, because you got to play mother, father, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, cousin, and then try to teach.
Yes.
You know,
you guys got it hard, boy. I don't know how y'all do it.
My mother taught for 40 years.
Yeah.
You know, and just, you know, back to some of the other stuff that you talked about, she brought up that every time a Black child is born, this is what she used to tell her male students. Every time a Black child is born, they build another jail cell. Okay. And like you mentioned earlier, you know, these for-profit prisons, if they don't have the bodies in there, then there's a problem. There's a documentary called Sugar Town, where they talked about where the sheriff on Friday nights would tell people to go nigger knocking, to go find people to put into jail so they could get money for those bodies being in the jail over the weekend, because they knew they weren't going to get out before Monday. You know, the judge in Pennsylvania who, you know, was taken off the bench because he was giving these folks these extreme sentences for minor offenses. I
heard about that.
Yeah, because he's getting a kickback and stuff from the prisons. So, and Black folks have to understand that we're number 3 in population, but we're number 1 in prison sentences. Okay. So you gotta have.
So we getting the trade, not to cut you off. We getting the trade skills. It's just
right at 6 cents an hour, right? $6 a day, whatever. Yeah, you're getting it, but you're not being able to come out and use it anywhere. You know, And a lot of these folks, you know, who do have these convictions or records or whatever, really need to look into starting their own businesses. That's because that's the only way that you're going to make it, because nobody's really looking to hire you or hire you or pay you a decent salary.
Yeah, they hire them for the programs, because they have programs where when I opened a restaurant, the first thing they said was, we'll give you a tax break if you hire a convicted felon. So 9 times out of 10, if they hire a convicted felon, they're just there for a tax break, and they're scared of them anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. And they waiting on you to do something wrong, so they get rid of you.
So they can get rid of you, and they'll still have a tax break because they did hire you.
Yep.
You know, so they'll say he just didn't work out. I mean, they do the same thing in the cannabis industry, where they offer, if you're going to hire people in an opportunity zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm going to hire people in an opportunity zone, but what ends up happening is that by the time the dispensary or the grow facility gets built, those people aren't around anymore, or they're not waiting a year to get a job from you. So those applications are no good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but there's a lot that we can do, and a lot that we can do together. And there's actually more good and honest and hardworking Black folks, you know, that we get credit for.
Yeah.
You know, and I just want to give you a shout out too for what you're doing with your kids. You know, being that father figure, being in that home, you know, guiding and all the other good stuff. I commend you and salute you for that.
Oh, I have my knockdown drag outs with my teenager. I tell him, like you say, this is a non-starter. Like this is what you must do. There's no
non-negotiable.
Yeah, this is a non-negotiable. I don't want to hear it. You got to get it done. So it is what it is.
Right. Well, like I said, I want to thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Look forward to talking to you soon. I've sent you a few emails. If you see email that says coding in capital letters 3 times, that's my email to you. And like I said, that conversation between Trey and I is on that Kingdom Useful website.
I got it written down right now. I'm gonna go check it out. I can check it out while I'm on the tractor. I'll just
it'll be on the Black Health. It'll be on the Black Health and Wealth show. I'm doing some additional edits that he didn't do. Some stats and stuff that I'm adding to it that I think will polish it up a little bit.
And is this your channel right here, Black Health and Wealth Show?
Black Health and Wealth Show is on me.
Okay.
Black Health and Wealth Show, Money Wise Group, Leafy Pros, all 3 of those are on me.
Y'all go subscribe.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go launch 8R Vets because we're going to be doing transitional housing for veterans and transitional housing for veterans and mental health stuff for veterans.
Okay. Well, I definitely appreciate your time, my brother. Appreciate you.
Yep. And I'll be catching up with you soon. And good luck next week. Can't make it, but we didn't send shoes in time. But I know that shoes will always be needed.
Oh yeah, trust me.
More than next week. So we'll get those down to you.
All right, brother. Thank you.
All right, now y'all. Be easy. Peace and love.
Yes, sir. There she go.
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing?
Listen, let me tell you. Keep your damn trolls over here with you.
What happened now?
You know that Negro found his way over there to my channel.
Which one?
That low life. That fat ass low life.
Listen.
I screamed you out. I said, Kwame, come get your damn troll. Bring your ass over here and come get him.
You can't control that guy. That guy there, boy. Woo.
He got mad. He came over there where I'm at. He got mad because when they demonetized your super chat, I was going in, right?
Yeah.
So I did a video and I was going in about how wrong that was and stuff like that. So he in the chat, I knew that. I don't know why I didn't think it was gonna drag his ass out of the damn bushes, but he came in good. That's good for him. And I'm like, you know what?
That's messed up because when he lost his channel, I said, I hope you get your channel, brother. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But wait a minute.
You mean, low-key. You mean, brother.
Low life. Low life, you know you wrong. That's what I call them, low life. You know you damn wrong. Coming over there harassing my goddamn subs and everything else. I had to boot him off. I played with him for a minute playing the Rose game, but I had to boot him off. He be getting beside himself.
I gotta go check that out. Did y'all actually talk?
No, he came in through the thread. He was talking in the chat. He wasn't. No, hell no. I wasn't having him on my damn show. Shit, I was not going to have him on my show. But listen, what you were saying about coding. Okay, so let me get on here. Okay, let me tell you a story before I talk about blight. But when I was in college, I was going to school and I was going for business, right? So I was going for business, and this lady that was in the, I think what you call your a counselor or whatever they call it in college, I forgot, but it was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, well, I'm going to give you this degree as well, right? So it falls up under business. So I'm like, are you sure? Because she was like, yeah, because I was already finished with one degree. So I said, okay, all right, whatever. So I'm thinking she was setting me up to fail though, Kwame. You know what I'm saying? She was a little racist woman. She was setting me up to fail. So she put me in this class. I go in there. I'm having a hard time finding the class. I go in here, what number foreigners and all men.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came in, they all stopped and looked at me. I was like, oh shit. And I said it out loud. Didn't know I said it out loud. So the whole class was laughing. I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? I knew right then. She failed. But what you were saying about coding, that class and that degree that I got was information systems management. And it was hard as hell. But I got through it and it works out. And if you go and get a degree in that or have a degree in that, it's good to bag it up with like a 6 Sigma green belt certification so that you could broaden your horizons and be more lucrative to a company. You know what I mean? If you did take that route. You know what I mean? Because you can make more money. So you would have, not only if you did go to college already, but if you have your 6 Sigma green belt certification behind you, that will make you more marketable for a higher paying position. You know what I mean? Or whatever. So with me, I got like almost 30 years in automotive industry. Okay. I worked my way up from production, maintenance, all the way up to engineering. And I just left engineering right before the COVID hit, right? So I was working with a lot of engineers, and they bring in all those for Chrysler. They bring in all those young people in, okay? They bring in all, I mean, like I was like one of the oldest engineers there. You understand? So, and they was doing a lot of coding, a lot of engineering jobs. Those are the jobs of the future, as well as trades, which is engineering is kind of mixed of both. You know what I mean? If you really think about it, it's kind of putting things together and it's a mix of both. And these are the positions that young people need. So this is a really good opportunity, but it's really important to have them in schools, like you said. I understand the other guy that was saying that you can go to the automotive company because I come from automotive. And the big three, the thing is that it's really hard. You know what I mean? Because you got to already take the test. You got to already go through this. But if you prepare them when they're in schools, like middle schools and high schools, and at their raw mind, and prepare them for it. So when
it'll be like breathing to them.
Absolutely. And not only that, and then they can have, like, you know how nurses have to go for clinicals and they have to get so many hours of clinical. Well, if you hire them to get so many hours of actually working with a tradesman, in addition to getting their licensing. So not only will kids graduate with a diploma, but they can also graduate with license. At the same time, they graduate high school to get prepared in the work industry. So I think it's more important because once you go to these corporations, what we do is we get what we call, push to the back. People gonna start hiring and putting people that they want in those positions. As opposed to it start off in schools, and then when they have to work with a journeyman or something, they already develop relationships and already market themselves. And now when they graduate, the companies already know they want them boys because they mold them and train them in addition to them being prepared for testing and getting their licensing upon graduation. So that was real good because that video I showed you, and it was so funny because my daughter's going to a trade school, a trade college, in Michigan. She's not going to a regular college. She tried that. She didn't like it. She didn't like just theory. She didn't like just reading textbooks and all day. She likes to be hands-on. So she's going to a trade college. But one of the things I was telling her too is she needs to automatically get invested in real estate or something like that. And she needs to, her friends and all of them need to learn how to, you know, put things together. You know, yes, like I was telling you about blight. You seen the video, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so them houses are the worst shapes that they can be in. And a lot of urban areas have them. So if we, the urban people who done it and messed it up, we need to be the people that try to fix it and put it back together.
I have a friend that's what he's doing. He's learning how to do it as he go. Like he hired a couple Spanish guys. He got like 3 guys. He works at the ship. He works at IAP. So he hired like 3 or 4 guys that they know how to do the work, but they've been doing it. He's been getting houses, you know, taking the roof off, putting a new roof on. He's been doing it for like 4 or 5 years now. So he actually knows how to do the work, didn't go to college. He actually kind of paid to watch them do it. So now he goes in there and do it himself.
Right.
So he's buying these houses up and fixing them himself.
Look, that's what I'm saying. And look, and not only that, like here in the Blight program, what they have, you can fix a house up and you can get it ready for sale. Or you can fix a house up just at the renovation state. Because, you know, a lot of people who buy these houses, they don't want it already complete. They might want to put their own finished touches on it. And you can sell it at that stage, and which would save you a lot of money. You get what I'm saying? So these houses, these blight houses, I looked on the site. There's like you go on there and you can buy it for like maybe $1,000, $1,300 if it's auction or whatever, depending on how bad the house is. If you put a few $1,000s worth of work into it, and people put a little sweat and tears, okay, or whatever. But these people are selling these houses for like $180,000, $200,000.
Yeah.
After these houses are completely renovated, and at the renovation state where it's not completed, they're selling them for $150. They're making a killing. And I told young people, this is the time when you guys need to do something.
Yeah.
Because going to school is not where it's at. Like working at McDonald's, going to school, hoping to get a job, getting into debt, which McDonald's is not going to pay you. Those days are over. That was the American way back in the 90s. But today, you got to be hands-on in whatever it is that you're doing. And if these kids are not hands-on, they're going to be messed up. You know what I mean? It's good to be smart, but you got to have smart and common sense and be able to work and be lucrative and be marketable. If they're not going to be marketable, they're not going to be able to make no money. Because a whole lot of them people know how to read. A whole lot of them people went to college and have, a degree or whatever. That's not getting you nowhere no more.
Yeah.
All that's making you is in debt. You know what I'm saying? That's just making you in a lot of debt. So I just wanted to say, thank you for doing. I got some shoes on the way. Now they not name brand shoes because I wanted to make sure everybody gets some shoes. Like,
well, I'm gonna hand them to one of the ladies to hand it to these kids because these kids gonna square up if they ain't Jordans.
Well, see, I wanted some shoes where everybody can get some. I did what I could afford or whatever.
No, they'll be fine. Trust me, they'll be fine.
Yeah, but I got some boxes on their way, and I just wanted to thank you for what you're doing. I'm so glad to even to help be a part of it and to push it on my channel, whatever. It's good to see that somebody care about the community because it's me talking about it and being the only one talking about it. It was a lot. You know what I mean? I wasn't getting no traction, but when you came on the scene and you got a large platform and everybody's sitting up there listening, I'm like, and then they come back over there and say, you was saying that, right? I say, yeah. But it take Kwame to say it, huh?
Yeah. I've been watching some of your old videos and you've been saying it.
You know,
I mean, your channel is they talking about she the loud talking woman.
Yeah, I am the loud talking woman. I'm sorry.
She is the spitting fire. That's what she is.
But look, I've been fighting ever since I came over here. Boy, I said, me and Kwame, we some fighting MFs on this damn YouTube street.
I'm trying to tell you, man. But see, I've been getting hit from everybody. I've been getting hit behind the scenes and further. Like, Lord,
man, look. I've been getting hit and fighting I'm like, oh Lord. And your trolls now coming over there. I'm finna kick them right back over here with you. I have my own trolls in my own section. I said, I got my own stuff. Go back over there with him. I did.
Yeah, they plentiful over here, boy. They just come here just to cause drama and then they leave and then they'll come back. So I love my trolls because You know, they keep coming back to see what's going on.
They sure do. They do. They keep coming back to see what's going on, and they shout you out. I mean, they love to hate you. They love to hate you. You're not doing nothing right if you don't have no haters. That's for real.
Yeah.
That is for real. Like, if you don't have no haters, you ain't doing it right. And I got a whole lot of them. I tell you. But look, I'm going to let somebody else go in. I just wanted to let you know that the shoes was on. Oh, the initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Did you check? You got it into your emails yet?
Yeah, I'm in there now. Hold on. What you sent me?
Okay, so type in at the top Spitting Fire so you can see the ones that I sent you.
Hold on. Which one my email? I can try to keep them all open now because I'm tired of not being able. There it is.
Okay, so you see the don't show it, but you see the flyer.
Oh yeah, you sent me a couple emails. Okay.
So we working on a commercial, and I want you to approve it before we even release it.
Okay, I'll look at it as soon as I get off here.
Well, what you think about that flyer?
Boris Walker's Meltdown. Which one is it? I see 710. Oh no, this is the new one.
It should be downloaded.
Hold on. No, that's not it. That's not it.
It should be to you and
what date was it?
I think it was like June
30th.
Something like that. Yeah, try June 30th.
Myself, Reggie Jackson. I got 3 links on this one.
Okay, so that's the guys that I work with, but it should be an attachment to it.
Let me see. TS channel, the Block Bend TV.
Yeah, that's T. Stevens and the Block Bender. That's the guys I work with.
Yeah, it's attachments to it, but it's taking me over to YouTube. That's taking me to their channel.
Okay, but
that
you
might not
see,
be the email.
okay, what about with Jessica Reed mother? Because I CC her too on that. That's the one with you and her.
Let's see. Yeah, I got that one.
You got the flyer? Do you see the flyer?
No, I see. Okay, wait. Let me download it. It's up at the top. Yep, I got it.
What you think about it?
Let's see. You don't want
she
me to
approved it. She approved it. She liked it.
Cause it don't have me on there.
No, it don't have you on there. But do you see who we got on there? Do you see?
Yeah.
Is it nice? Cause she liked it. Now we working on it. We working on it. Okay, we want to put you in the
I'm gonna email you where I tell you we should put this at.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I wasn't gonna say nothing because I wanted you to be on that Zoom meeting. Look, we doing a Blockbender, the guy that's on there, he working on the commercial, right?
Okay.
You and T. Stevens, the only 2 athletes that we speak to. Okay, he's in the NFL, you was a NBA or whatever. So we want to push this initiative together because the same, for that flyer.
Okay.
You see that flyer. So I'm not putting that flyer out yet.
I'm gonna email you about that flyer. I'm down with that flyer there.
You see what I'm saying?
I might need to use that flyer too.
We are, but see, that's what I'm saying. We want to use it at the right time, and we want to put the initiative out at the right time. But we want you to see the commercial once it's finished.
Okay.
For you to get approval, and then we go push this initiative, and then we go put it places because I want that to be on the marquee. You get where I'm going?
Say less.
All right. We on board. So we're gonna have a Zoom meeting. We're gonna have a behind the scenes Zoom meeting.
Okay. I appreciate it. All right. I'm gonna email you. Okay. Yeah, I gotta email her when I get off this tractor. Let me get Boss Talk podcast. What's up, brother?
What's good, bro? Thank you for bringing me on.
Appreciate your patience, my man.
Oh, you good, bro? You good? So I got a few things to say if you don't mind.
Go ahead, brother.
First, salute you, because what you're doing is good.
Appreciate it.
Have you heard of magnet schools?
What's that?
Have you heard of magnet schools?
No, sir.
Okay, so I wrote it down. There's like 4,300 magnet schools across the nation, 46 states.
Okay.
Let's see, Wyoming, North Dakota, and South Dakota is the only states that don't have it. But my daughter, she's in first grade this coming up school year, and she's going to be learning coding. like when I found that out, I was like, oh, she's definitely doing that.
In the first grade?
In the first grade, bro.
Man,
And
what I'm talking about.
so first through sixth grade, she's gonna be learning coding and Spanish. I was like, wow. So, and it's nothing special. You don't gotta like pay for it. It's free. It's
That's
just
what it should be. Yeah.
yeah, it's free for real. You just gotta sign them up, and be the first to sign them up.
Okay.
But trade. So I want to talk about trade. I was in martial arts, and the parents seeing my kids in the martial arts, and my daughter, she can kick about this high, So they're like, damn, you must be doing something at home. So I ended up getting clients. So I ended up being my own boss. That's why, it's the Boss Talks podcast. It's also my YouTube.
Shout out to you, brother. Let me see. Let me write that down.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you about something in a second. Some serious stuff.
All right.
Because you was in the NBA, so you yourself can have a job just by teaching basketball. So I didn't make it to that level, to your level, but I did go to college, D2. But that's what I do. I teach martial arts and basketball for a living. And so yeah, I really didn't have to go to college for it. I just learned this stuff. I played basketball and I did martial arts, and now I'm able to teach it. So yeah.
What type of martial arts do you teach?
Taekwondo. I mean, I've done Kuk Sowan.
Okay.
So that's like a mix of Hapkido and stuff like that, but mostly Taekwondo because I just don't want people using their hands. I would like, I have a couple, a few actually, 3 or 4 adult clients, but the rest of them are kids because I don't like bullies. So, my daughter, she was bullied this past school year. And, I'm like, even though she can kick, she was scared to hit back. So, I want them to feel confident and stuff like that. So that's what I teach. So yeah, like I said, my YouTube is called Boss Talks Podcast. It's not that big yet.
It's gonna be. We the people. We go look after our people. We go make sure we support. And if you're positive and you're on the right track, usually when you come on my platform, people come check you out. So hopefully they come check you out and you get some more clients as well.
That's what's up. So I want to talk to you about something because
go ahead.
What I need to talk to you about really needs awareness. Okay, so I'm connected with the Panthers, the Black Panthers. You know what I'm saying? And there's a brother that there's 2 of them. Well, I'm gonna speak on one first. His name we call him Ozone, but his government name is Otha Wallace. So he was sitting in his car. I'm gonna try to make this a story quick. He was sitting in his car. I got the videos and stuff on my podcast. And, the cops walked up on him. He had a phone in his hand, and it was a short 23-second long video. And the cop ended up getting shot in his head. And they're accusing him.
Oh, I think I saw that. That was your podcast. I saw. Okay, that was you. I think I saw that.
Well, I'm glad you've seen that because, bro, it's crazy because I called down to the police department and I said, I kind of. Thank you, sir.
I just gave you a subscription. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I called down to the police department. I wanted them to confirm that there was only one cop, and they said yes. So I said on the phone, I did it on live. I said, okay, I want you to know. I was respectful as possible. I said, I want you to know I found a face. First, I found a face, a white guy's face. It was clearly another face. And I said, so someone else was there. Was there a witness or anything? They said no. So then I slowed the video down, and then I've seen another cop standing behind the car beside Ozone's. Ozone's my boy. So, I'm really trying to, speak on it. The family, they give me intel to release on my podcast. So me and another guy are the only ones that really do it. So the people that do follow me, they follow me to get that intel. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. My motto is on this show, anything goes. So I just be saying, you can say what you want. I say you can flash your titties. I don't care. Do what you want. But yeah, I mean, no titties have been flashed. But I just try to make that point that on this show we can talk about whatever we want. But right now, I just been talking about Ozone and Spike. You know, Spike, he was hogtied. He was starved for the first 3 days in jail, and he was beat. So I talk about that, and it really, in all reality, I feel like they're aiming at the black militias. Have you heard of the NFAC?
Yeah, I've heard of them. Okay,
so I'm in a group called NFAR. So it's a group kind of out of the NFAC. Right now, they're targeting NFAC members. What it looks like. And NFAC, for those that don't know, that stands for the Not Fucking Around Coalition. I honestly didn't really support the leader because
that's what he was so mouthy. I was just like, what the hell?
So you know what I'm talking about. So I couldn't do it. So some real brothers that was in the NFAC that seen what I seen. We started a group. Well, actually, I didn't. My homie did. Called NFAR. It's like it's called Not Fucking Around Regime, for sure.
Somebody said.
And Adams is up in here. I just seen.
How do you donate to the brother that's incarcerated? It said please donate, but then it went so fast. Somebody put in the chat how to donate to the brother again, Ozone.
I think I can share some if I may.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on. Let's see. I hope I can because I don't know it by heart, but yes. Dang. Yeah, it's not gonna let me. Okay, so I know one of them is we stand with ozone.com. That's Ozone.
Okay.
Dang.
I'm looking in the chat to see if somebody put it up there again. It was there. It's just my chat is moving super fast.
Yeah, y'all please do. I know I see it. I'm starting to see Ozone in there. Y'all salute for the ones that's supporting Ozone. Y'all know y'all heard of Michi X. She be talking about it too. You know, me and Michi, we really got the same sources. You know, and of course she has a way bigger platform than me. But yeah, every time I go, even if I'm talking about something totally different, I make it a point to Boss Talk is a Jew. No, I'm not a Jew. But okay. But, yeah.
Oh yeah, I see that now. Yeah. Somebody, dang, my chat went slow after they put that in there.
And I'm not gonna lie, whenever I speak on this, my chat, like whenever I'll be live, like my feed, I got real good Wi-Fi, the best it gets, just so I don't have to deal with the slow shit. And it still happens, you know. And you know, people be telling me, yeah, you got cops in the chats and watching you or whatever. But
if you got their face, for sure they watching you. They watching you like they watching me.
It's exactly. I mean, I understand that, but they also understand I got people behind. Like I said, I got a lot of.
Don't tell them nothing. Just
they know. They already know because those people come on my platforms. The Panthers, they come on my platform, and so they already know. And salute to the new Black Panther Party for self-defense. Go ahead and salute them out right now. Yeah, that I'm glad I got to come on here. You know what I'm saying? I really am because my platform is small. I know Michi X's platform is bigger, and she talks about it. But I just feel like because Ozone, no one's picking his case up yet, which. And he's dealing with attempted murder on a police officer, and you know we've only raised like 30,000 so far.
Okay. And what happened to Rizza Islam? It's saying protect. What happened to him?
Who?
They saying protect Rizza Islam. Something happened to Rizza Islam?
I don't know. I didn't hear about that.
I didn't hear nothing about it. We supposed to be speaking together in Miami.
Wow.
Yeah. Me, him, Miss Angela Stanton, and Judge Joe Brown will be at the Fountain Blue September the 4th. We're supposed to be on a panel against I know Dr. Boyce Watkins will be there, and I don't know who else is going to be there, but yeah, us four will be down there. Maj Toure, Judge Joe Brown, Angela Stanton, Rizza Islam, and myself. So yeah. But shout out to you, brother. So, I appreciate you stopping by, and hey, man, keep going, man. Keep teaching that martial arts. That's important. You know,
Sure.
I had my daughters in jiu-jitsu, and I had my son in jiu-jitsu. To me, being able to fight on the ground and you know, whatever they do to you standing up, if you can get a hold of them and get them on the ground, most people are like a fish out of water. So I just always
Right.
with that jiu-jitsu game.
You're right. That I mean, I'm jiu-jitsu at the ground and standing up, but I know most street fights they're gonna try to box. And
They're gonna try to box, and I want to do what they don't know how to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But thank you for bringing me on. I really wanted to speak about the coding, and then you know anybody can if you play basketball or do the martial arts, that can be your job one day, or you know personal training or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't never think I was gonna do it. I was a member. I was doing the classes, and they thought I was good, and was like, what you did for your daughter, what did you do? So
yeah,
I told them, I gave them a couple free classes, and they was like, they really like you, and then it just kind of went from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as that right now on Boss Talks podcast, I'm just trying to get Ozone out, get him some help, because I know he was treated wrong. You know what I'm saying? And even if you can't donate, I say you write to him. If y'all do go to my podcast every day, I show how you can write to him. I give the address, you know what I'm saying? And and to Brother Spike, because it's both of them that we're looking out for right now.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, y'all go check me out for sure. Go check me out.
Salute to you. Shout out, brother. All right.
Later, bro.
All right, now I appreciate it. Let me get one or two more. I got to get back out here on this tractor. What's up, brother?
How's it going, Kwame? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Thanks for having me on. I'll keep this short because my kid's gonna wake up soon. So you know how that goes. You're getting to the phase that they don't want to take a nap no more. I'm trying to look at the camera the best I can, but you know, I took up the trade of commercial diving, underwater construction, and as prices of gas goes up and up, right now is the opportune time to get into that. And it's not just offshore or inland work or all that. You could actually get a job in a hospital running saturation chambers.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have to be.
What saturation chambers?
Well, decompression chambers is like basically it's used a lot in hospitals and also in diving, where your body gets saturated in nitrogen when you're diving. I don't know if anybody's in here has gone scuba or if you've ever gone scuba or any of that.
I don't get in that water like that.
It's good money though, you know. Hey,
yeah, but ain't that much money in the world get me to dive down.
I'm retired and I'm 36, so you know.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up.
But hey, it wasn't without sacrifice and struggle and all that stuff. And I had to join the army to get out of my situation in Akron coming up. So
you say you from Akron?
Yeah, shout out to Carcino, man. All the stuff that he's been saying is gold.
Yeah.
It's facts. You know,
yeah, they're throwing people out of their houses in Akron, right?
Yeah, big time.
What's going on? Why is that happening?
Well, taxes, you know, it's you got a corrupt city council, you got a corrupt mayor that's been in power for longer than I've been alive, you know, and it's damn sad what's happening there, and it's just getting worse. But it is what it is. Anytime I say anything, it's like, fucking shut up, white guy. It's like, okay, whatever, man. But you know how it goes. But
wow.
Yeah. It's really sad, you know, and I hope the best for my city. I really do. You know, I'm still in the area, but as soon as my daughter got old enough and I was still in Goodyear Heights, and she was about a year old, and hostage situations across the street and all kinds of crazy nonsense, people ODing in front of my house, I was like, I got to get out of here. Unfortunately, I have a VA home loan because I was in the military.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to get out. That's the only way I was able to get out.
Yeah.
So, like, if it wasn't for that, I would have been still there.
So there was no trades in coding or stuff like that when you were in school either, huh?
Well, there was, but the way it worked was that if you weren't on the teacher's good side, which I wasn't, I was a rebel. He told me I was gonna be a failure. I was a burnout, piece of shit, you know.
And now you retired at 36. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey man,
that's how you pay them back.
Yeah, because I was like, I want to do this. And my brother and I, a brother of mine that I was deployed with in Iraq, we came up with the saying: don't go to the beach looking for a job. Get a job that takes you to the beach. You know, that's how you have to do it. Don't try to go into college and figure out your place in life, because you're just going to be lost in a whole lot of debt. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to be wondering why you can't get a house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, hey, that's the best thing you can do is like you find something that you're passionate about, and then you let that take you, find where it's going to take you and then go there. You know what I mean? Like don't listen to the haters, because everybody wants you to fail.
Yeah.
You know? That's what they want.
That's what it seemed like.
And by the way, speaking of haters, all the haters out there that want to call this man a celebrity, I had no idea who he was. I don't follow sports because spectator sports is a way to control fanatics.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fact. And hats off to all the men that make it out of that stuff with your soul intact and money in your pocket. Salute to you, brother.
Salute to you, man.
Hey, that's a hell of an accomplishment, because boy, the temptation is there.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah.
Hats off to you, because
we're gonna pray for Akron, Ohio, and we hopefully we can shed some more light on it with Carcino and myself.
I appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah.
What you guys are talking about, nobody wants to talk about.
Yeah. Well, we know why they don't want to talk about it. But.
No. Man can run around saying, "Oh, I got a school or this and that." Man, that's a public school, and it's a heavy burden on the taxpayers, and you got motherfuckers getting evicted.
Man, speak on it. Speak on it,
dude. Like,
so this school is a public school?
Yes, absolutely.
So the taxpayers have to pay for this school?
Yes. So that it's pathetic. Like but this stuff's been going on longer before that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't put it all on LeBron. I don't hate LeBron. It's whatever, man. He's just, you know how it goes. He took the money, whatever. He's just it's nothing personal. He just made a decision. It is what it is, and it sucks. It really does, because growing up, we had Central, but now we got, it's called, they renamed it. Oh man, I can't remember it, because it was never called what was it? Middlebury. They renamed it, because that's what they do when they gentrify. They rename neighborhoods. They call it different shit, and they like it never happened. You know what I mean? They close down high schools. They change the names of high schools. They shut them down to redistribute money to other places, other little pet projects.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got a goofy ass mayor that wants to make pickleball courts instead of actually like doing something for the kids. Like, what the hell is pickleball?
I hope you don't get out the car right there. Yeah, my dog is tied up. I hope that guy don't get out right there. He gonna get bit.
Oh,
let me make.
But a shout out to that guy you had on here, the Black Health and Wealth show. Man, that's great that he's doing the housing and stuff for vets and all that crap. Man, that's great. I've been listening to what the guests you've been having on. You've been having some good people on here, and you got a great message. And I really appreciate you having on. But yeah, commercial diving, and now everybody wants to talk about underwater welding. That's a pipe dream. Like the one guy that was talking about, like they're always, even though you're going into trade, they're going to find ways to milk money out of you.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do your research. Just don't go into whatever you find, because then you make the mistake to pay him more money, and then you owe Sally Mae a bunch of money. You don't want to go there.
Yeah.
So
definitely not Sally Mae.
No.
But I definitely appreciate you, brother. This dog is going crazy. I'm gonna have to go save this wolf guy real quick. I appreciate you, brother.
Take it easy.
Yes, sir. Shout out to you.
What you're doing.
Thank you. Sorry, guys. This dog is gonna attack this guy that's coming over to fix one of my appliances. So I gotta go. I will come back later on, and I gotta work anyway. But